Hey everyone, it's Josh Johnson, and we want to know, what do you want to hear us argue about next on the show? Okay, it's very easy to let us know. You can drop a comment on any of the Daily Show's clips of Hold Up, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, or Twitter. You can also hit us up with the hashtag Hold Up. And honestly, if we have an opinion about it, we'll do an episode about it. We both love to talk, we love to argue, and we love you. So without anything else, let's get into the show.
Welcome to Hold Up. I'm your co-host, Josh Johnson, a writer for The Daily Show, and I'm joined
by me, Dulce Sloan. And I did not want to. I'll say this: sometimes, as someone who. Hold on.
This is already wild.
I'll say this. Sometimes as someone who is in the public eye, right? And who is a performer.
Yeah.
People will make requests of you when it comes to how you express yourself. If you are a fan of a comedian or performer, mainly comedian, and you want to DM them, message them, come up to them after a show, and give them a joke, give them notes, tell them about what you think they should change. Shut the fuck up. Put something in your mouth, I don't care what it is, and go away. You are the worst person because you are not a fan. I don't need your notes. I don't need you. None of us need your notes. None of us are going to tell your bar joke to anybody. And don't get offended when you ask us, can I tell you a joke? And we say no. We write our own material. We don't need you. Also, if you were dating a comedian, you are not that interesting. The number of dudes that I've talked to is like, don't put this in your act. Don't worry, I won't. You're either annoyed that I did put it in, or you're annoyed that I might put something in, or annoyed that I won't put something in. And my favorite is, because we've told men they're funny, because that's what the ugly men have to go off of, or even men want to be interesting, right? So we've told men that they're funny. That's why we have this thing about women not being funny. The number of men I've had say to me, I bet I'm funnier than most of your friends. Sir, my friends have comedy specials. My friends have comedy specials, albums, tours.
I feel like this it would be funny to do this this episode as Dulce versus the DMs.
Well, I can say I'm very annoyed by the amount of respect that I get in my DMs. There's never a man trying to holler at me in my DMs. Ever. There's always some annoying woman.
One good thing that has been happening is I've been getting lots of pitches in my DM for potential episodes, and I think you're gonna like a couple of them.
No one's sending me anything for potential. I would love that.
Oh, really?
No one's sending me.
I got a bunch of good ones, and so we're gonna have to start doing shout outs on the specific person that's like, hey, we thank you so much to the person, because I feel like some of them were so specific that I was like, yeah, this is great.
Oh man, I cannot wait to hear about. What are some of the ones that we're never gonna do?
I mean, I don't see us doing DC versus Marvel. That one's not really gonna happen.
No. Don't know enough about either camp. Don't know who's who. I don't know where Spider-Man stay. I don't know where Batman live. Also, Michael Keaton is the only Batman I care about.
That's a hot take.
Bro.
That's wow. Before we get into like a Batman debate, let's tell the people what this episode is about. Today is one that's actually very close to our hearts.
Very close to my heart and my titties.
See what I mean though about
What?
the like I sort of said a thing and then you sang a thing. You felt like you were gonna stunt on me in my
I'm
face.
not trying to stunt. I'm just trying to live my best life. Listen, I got these nails done. Okay, I have the nails of the woman, like I said on Instagram. I have the nails of the woman that Dolly Parton warned us about. Okay, I
Uh-huh.
am Jolene. Jolene, you get it?
Yeah. No, no. Look, I
Jolene.
understand. So while you
Jolene. Listen, I didn't have a proper warm up, so that didn't. Jolene. Listen, I'm gonna have to come back on the next episode after I've had a proper warm up because I just
uh-huh.
embarrassed myself. You know,
No, no, no.
I'm
You're
better than
doing
that.
great. And tell the people what this
Jolene.
episode is about and then tell them where you stand.
This episode is about a conversation that I have on a regular basis
Mm-hmm.
and a war that I have been waging since I was a wee girl. And the topic of today's episode is, as if you didn't read it on the caption, but for those of you who did not, it is summer versus winter.
Mm-hmm.
Verano versus invierno. Do I know how to say versus in Spanish? No, it's probably versus. I don't know. No one's ever asked me. What I'm saying is summertime versus wintertime. And
Mm-hmm.
since we know that Josh has a tendency to be wrong,
Whoa.
what side are you for, Josh?
What side am I for? I'm for winter.
Wrong!
What do you
Wrong!
mean wrong?
Wrong,
What do you
Adam!
mean? What do you mean wrong?
You are wrong! You are
There's no.
absolutely, categorically, fucking wrecked. And I will tell you all of the ways right after this. And we're back. Listen, Josh, I can say in the history of us doing this podcast, I never really let you fully get your points out
Mm.
before I stomped them out of existence.
What? you know. Ooh,
So I
oh.
want to give you a chance on this good Christian morning.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, I'm going to let you go ahead and tell us why you live this life.
Okay. So I think that this time that we're in right now in the month is a perfect time to talk about this because right now we're in fall. We're in an equal split between the two. Okay. We still have memories of summer and we still have a winter to look forward to. And for me, I think that winter is just the coziest, right? You're inside, you're snuggled up, you're eating some good hearty food that's warm. You can't have that during the summer, all right? If someone made you like a nice, thick, full stew, you don't want that in the summer. You can't eat it. It's too hot outside. You don't want it hot in your mouth, okay? You can't be snuggled up under quilts, all sorts of covers and comforters. You can't be under blankets in the summer, all right? Snuggled up with a good book, yeah, maybe outside while you're roasting. But in the winter, you're inside, maybe next to a fireplace, right? All cozied up with a honey bun, literal or figurative. And depending on where you
What
live.
kind of honey buns you cuddling up with, Josh? Josh out here referencing cuffing season. You, Josh Johnson, celebrate cuffing season? Wow.
I'm not saying celebrate cuffing season. I'm just saying if you're with somebody, it's nice to be with somebody when it's cold outside. You can snuggle up, warm each other, I will say the other thing that's really great is like any inside activity for a homebody is only elevated in the winter because now there's no guilt about not going out. And outside your window, depending on where you live, you get to see the beautiful, tranquil snowfall. All right. There's something about snow on the horizon that's just peaceful and beautiful. Okay. Winter comes with a lot of the good foods. It comes with a ton of the indoor activities if you're an introvert. Winter reigns supreme. Get to wear mittens? Tell me you don't love mittens.
No, nigga, I'm not 6 years old.
Mittens are superior, all right? I'm tired of this thing where, as a black man, I gotta be so tough, I gotta act like I love mittens, all right? I wish I had them on right now.
Listen, no one's asking you to be tough. Don't worry.
Wow.
What?
Oh, you know what a what is. Oh, wow. The nerve. The nerve. What? You know what a what is.
I'm just saying, no one's asking Josh Ezekiel Johnson to throw hands. No one's asking you to do that. No one's...
I'm not even saying throw hands. I'm saying be tough. I'm saying that sometimes in life, especially as a man, you're expected to be a certain level of tough where you don't even like stuff.
Okay, I hear that. There
And
are certain... I
telling
do
you,
feel...
mittens? A
Where do you even
nice
buy
knitted
mittens?
mitten. First of all, you don't buy many of them, okay? A lot of them are gifted to you by grandmothers, women in your life that are of a certain age that
Yeah.
love to knit. You know what I'm saying? Mm.
I hear you. Listen, I disagree with everything you just said. But listen, I'm wearing my best summertime dress because I'm trying to keep hope alive.
Yeah, you look nice. Looks
Thank
good
you
on you.
so much.
You know?
This is a dress whenever I wear it on stage is to let white people know that I have white friends. Look at these sleeves.
Oh yeah, the sleeves scream. Yeah, I didn't enjoy Midsummer, but I watched it, to support the white community.
Midsummer Night's Dream? What are we?
Oh no, the horror movie Midsummer that only has.
Oh,
black
I
people
don't
in it.
watch horror movies. It's hard enough out here, dog. I don't need my brain attacking me anymore.
That's what I'm saying. It says that. I'm not saying you did that. I'm
Oh,
saying
yeah,
it
this
says,
dress definitely-
Yes, I support.
Yes, this dress definitely says, yes, I'll have a beer. That's what this dress says. I'll drink an IPA. Disgusting, right?
Yeah, I called them IPAs for the longest.
No one corrected you?
No one corrected me for like a while.
Yo, that's not even...
Yeah. I worked at Trader Joe's. And
You worked at Trader Joe's? That's where
I
they're
worked at Trader
from.
Joe's. Yeah, I worked at Trader Joe's for years.
Oh, I know you worked at Trader Joe's for years. What I'm saying is that the fact that you worked at a Trader Joe's where IPAs live...
Yeah.
And no one took the time to pull a young man aside and was
say,
like,
stop saying IPA.
Hey, bro, how did you find out?
I eventually said it out loud for somebody. Yeah, I was like living in ignorance, but it never came up because I don't
In your
drink.
defense, they put an S on the end, but the S is little.
Mm.
Also, I don't know what the letters mean.
Indian Pale Ale.
Do we mean like Native American?
Oh, I have no idea. I just know that when it's spelled out, that's what it.
Is there a beer making history among the Native Americans or the people of India?
I have no idea. Yeah. I mean, I didn't understand it even when it was explained to me. I wished that IPA was right.
I mean, at the end of the day, they're still nasty.
Yeah.
I think
Fair
you
enough.
have to really be a white man to enjoy them. I truly think they're tuned perfectly to that palate. Because I've never seen anyone who wasn't one.
Yeah, I don't drink, so I have no idea.
Oh, I always forget you. No, I never forget you don't drink. I'm always like, Josh, I love imagining you at like a college party. Just being like, I don't.
Oh yeah, no, I was standing there.
Good Lord. I can't say I don't not drink. One of my friends was like, have you considered not like stopping drinking? And I was like, I don't drink enough to stop drinking, if that makes sense.
I feel like I've only ever seen you have a drink twice. and I've known you for years.
Yeah, I don't drink all the time. And if I do drink, I'll have one or two. I don't like being drunk.
Now, I guess I'll ask you this then. Since you're on the side of summer,
Hell yeah.
do you still drink the same things in the summer as you do in the winter?
I do the same thing year round.
Year round, okay.
So I enjoy soju year round. I enjoy a whiskey and soda, tequila soda year round. If I am going to go for a fruity beverage, your coladas, your daiquiris, your margaritas, it is usually warm outside.
Okay.
I will have a margarita year round if there is queso.
Wow. Okay. First of all, that makes perfect sense. I used to work at a Mexican restaurant, and that makes perfect sense. But also, would not have, if you had not said anything, paired them together in my mind.
You gotta have a margarita if you're eating queso. You got
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like that makes so much sense. And looking back on when I would, do the orders and when I was serving, yep. But also never put it together until just now.
Oh yeah, because you need the acidity to bust up all that cheese. But then you need the cheese to help regulate the acidity.
I want you to have your own cooking show, because bust up is an incredible way to describe it. Bust up.
Well, the thing is, you usually can't get, I did not realize this until I left the South, but you can't get white queso out of like a couple Southern, like when you leave.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, I recently bought a knitting machine, and now I'm out here making beanies, scarves. Josh, what color beanie you want, baby boy? I got a red color coming up. Listen, I've seen you in a beanie now.
Look. I will take a red beanie, but if you could make me some red mittens, hey, out here, all right?
So you're saying if I can get you red mittens to go with this red beanie, you would wear them?
I would not just wear them, I would sport them. There'd be Instagram posts. There'd be a lot going on. Mittens and a matching beanie? I don't think I've had that in life.
Now, when you want your beanie, do you want the little like faux fur little poof on the top?
What does the poof do? I guess I never understood.
It's just for decoration. I bought 60 of them, so if you want one.
A kid once told me that it breaks up the wind, and I was like, I don't see how that's possible.
I don't think.
But maybe.
Windbreakers don't even break up the wind. Windbreakers just hold wind.
Yeah.
Windbreakers should be called wind catchers.
But I get what you're saying then. So yeah, it's like a lot of what you prefer happens during the summertime.
Right. Also, it's like I don't like being hot indoors, and I don't like being cold outside. Right?
Okay.
Also, I enjoy sitting outside. I've got a nice terrace, got a balcony. So it's like I enjoy sitting outside. I have patio furniture, right? And it is much easier to sit outside. You're talking about reading your books. People who are like introverts and such. I mean, I think introverts do the same thing year round because they just do what they do. But if you're going to sit up and enjoy a nice, like a couple weeks ago, I was sitting on my terrace, on the top floor. So like I can see like, the sky is so big. I sit out there on my patio furniture reading a book. And if it's 30 degrees outside, you're not finna enjoy sitting outside reading shit. Because you're dabbing an eye, you're dabbing a nose. You can't feel your fingers to turn them pages, right?
Yeah.
Also, I'm a beach person.
All right, that makes sense.
So, should we do an episode about beaches versus mountains, like vacations?
Yeah.
I'm down for that because I have so many thoughts and feelings about that situation. Because we have to admit, like a beach is like a summertime vacay. The mountains, Los Montañas, it's really a wintertime gig, right?
Yeah, it is.
Like going to the mountains in the summer, it's like, girl, for what? For who? For why? Who asked for this?
For absolutely. For absolutely.
Yo,
I mean, we don't have to do the thing now. It's fine.
But yeah,
I'll tell you why you wrong later. Okay.
Sure. All right. So like, I'm team summer because it's you're out and about, you're seeing people. It's just the ability to, it doesn't even have to be like a big trip. Like you could go on a day trip. So you could just be in a park. You could just sit in a park and enjoy your day. You can have a couple of nibbles, maybe some bubbly, maybe some ipas, whatever you would like enjoying when you're out enjoying a nice day. You can just do that. It's easier to do things in the just getting groceries is easier in the summertime. Doing laundry is easier. Just running an errand is easier in the summertime because you're not out here looking like the kid from A Christmas Story.
I understand where you're coming from because a lot of the things that you're saying make sense for you. As long as I've known you, all these things have been true. So I get why you lean towards summer, but there are just certain things that, hey, you're not having hot chocolate when it's hot out. All right.
Okay, that's a beverage. I'm talking about sitting in the park.
No. I still say there are plenty of activities that you can go do in the winter. There's a whole Winter Olympics for people that love the winter. All right.
Okay, but what about if you live somewhere that gets cold, but doesn't always snow? Like Atlanta, for instance, people do not know because somebody gave Atlanta some white people in a fucking building gave Atlanta this nickname of Hot Atlanta, and people think that it's hot year round, which is not true. Atlanta will get down to the teens.
I thought it was called Hot Atlanta because of the people.
No, that was marketing bullshit.
Wow. Okay.
Because when it came out, we all went, the fuck? We didn't vote for this. And they put it on everything.
Yeah.
And now every corny ass person I've ever met is like, so you're from Hot Atlanta? No, bitch, I'm not. I'm not from a marketing campaign. None of us all of us saw it and were like, this is going to be a fucking problem. Like, no one's running around like New York, like, no New Yorker's like, yeah, I'm from the Big Apple. Like, no one's doing this. No one is doing that. I'm not running around them calling the Peach State. I think for me, the things that I enjoy doing the most are during my favorite season. So, because I enjoy an aquatic activity, right? You can't be in nobody's swimming pool when it's 40 degrees outside. One, your pool is probably frozen. Somewhat. It's cold as shit.
Yeah.
Cold enough to kill you.
This is when it's important to have friends with indoor pools.
Yeah, sure. That's why I think I like to do a lot of hotels, like up north. A lot of them have indoor pools.
Yeah.
Or heated pools. So it's like, I can't say this summer. Summer of 2022. I kept seeing it on Instagram. It was like, yo, this summer left like it had somewhere to be.
It did.
I thought it was just me. I looked up and was like, bitch, is this September?
Yeah.
Well, it went by very quick. And I thought it was just your girl. But everyone else looked up and went like,
oh,
fuck am I wearing a jacket? She flew the fucking coop. I don't know, she had bills to pay.
And she was upset before she left because those were some heat waves.
I couldn't even sit outside. It was hot. Because I was like, I love sitting outdoors. But also, I know that New York is hot wrong.
What do you mean?
I was talking to Mateo Lane about this and he completely understood. Okay, listen. So, first of all, it's building hot. It's not nature hot, right?
Okay.
So, like, I remember a couple years ago, I was supposed to do this thing called Aussie Fest. And they canceled it because of the heat. And I called my mother, who grew up in Miami, and has lived most of her adult life in the great state of Georgia, as you can see on my Nicholas. And so I was like, Mommy, they canceled this comedy show because of a heat wave. She said, girl, how hot was it? 105? 100, 105? How hot was it? I said, Mommy, it was going to be 94 degrees. And we laughed for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because in the South, we would have whole outdoor festivals, whole fucking barbecues. It'd be 94 degrees outside. Why? Because it's nature hot, and we got enough watermelon out here to keep everybody alive. Okay? Sit that baby in the shade. Come get some of these ribs. We're finna have a good day. Okay?
Yeah.
We got enough cold drinks out here,
Mhm.
enough Coke, and that is any carbonated beverage. We got enough water. We got enough Coke. We got sweet tea out here to keep everybody the fuck alive.
No, I remember.
Right. You grew up in Louisiana. And up here, first of all, the number of places that do not have air conditioning, because they love to call the South ignorant, but we have figured out HVAC. They want to call us all kind of backwards and barefoot and stupid or whatever, these Yankee bastards. But we have figured out how to cool a home. Okay?
Uh-huh.
The fact that my other apartment, I had to have a window unit as a grown adult, and I couldn't control my heat came on. Which was also truly fucking disrespectful. I pay you American dollars with a comma in the bitch.
Yeah.
I got a whole apartment and my heat just come on when you say so. So now I'm just in here wearing the least amount, trying to figure out how to take my fucking skin off. Because it's hotter than a bitch in here because Dino done turned the fucking heat on and ain't asked nobody. So, I'm a summertime gal because your best family get-togethers out here in the summertime, right? Also, my birthday is the ultimate summertime gig.
Yeah.
My birthday is July 4th. Wait, Josh, when's your birthday?
March 6th.
Why did I not know that?
I don't know. I don't really bring it up.
Wait a minute. Josh Jebediah Johnson, how dare?
Yeah, I just let it, you know what I mean? I think that for me, I truly understand what you're saying. I'm not saying summer doesn't have a lot of amazing merits to it. My con with summer is the heat waves. And you're saying that New York is hot wrong, but isn't California having the same sort of concrete heat issue?
California, first of all, is a desert.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing.
Yeah, they don't have water.
Yeah, and the thing is they put that there, which is very confusing that they even did that.
Yeah, I think at the time it was cheap land, and so then they built there.
Oh, that makes sense. I mean, it's not probably the best.
No, it's not. It's not a great idea long term.
So, like, I've lived in LA during a heat. This is the weird thing about being in LA in a heat wave.
Mm-hmm.
There was one day where it was 108 degrees, and then the sun went down, and it was 70 degrees.
Yeah.
And I was like, how do you not catch your death in this bitch? Because I've been in Georgia, and it's been 92 degrees at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
The sun hasn't been out for hours, and it's still not in the 90s.
Yeah, but the temp has sense enough to regulate.
Right, the temp has sense enough to regulate. So, like, LA bounces around. Because that was a weird thing when I first moved there. I was like, okay, it's 85 degrees out here. We out here looking cute. And then at nighttime, it would be 65. I was like, oh, that's why everybody in this bitch always has a jacket with them.
Yeah, yeah.
It was very confusing. And then when you get there, you're like, oh, I get it. So that's why everyone's clothes out here don't make any sense.
Yeah.
Because once the sun goes down, you don't know what the hell temperature it's going to be. But it's like your most fun activities are during the summertime. Also, and I hate separate. Oh, so you enjoy snowboarding? You enjoy tobogganing? You enjoy skiing?
It's not about snowboarding or skiing, all right? It's about having like a nice nature walk in the winter. If I'm in the woods in the winter
cold.
when it's
Why are
snowing,
you out? It's 30 degrees outside. Go inside.
What do you mean?
It's fucking freezing.
People act like you can't gear up for the winter. You could be so comfortable if you just gear up for the temperature. In a heat wave, you can't take off the skin. You can take off everything, but you be naked and still hot. All right. But in winter, you gear up enough and you're just comfortable.
Until you go inside somewhere and then you're sweating your life away. Because that's the other thing about the wintertime. Is that
Oh, okay. All right. The other thing about the wintertime is
it's so hot indoors. Because that's the thing.
Warm. This is
No,
women doors.
everybody's not regulating this shit right? So, like, I got on this sweat because, like, that's why I learned to wear winter on the outside and summer on the inside, because you'll see somebody have, like, a full, thick-ass, whatever, a cable knit is what the kids say. Thick-ass cable knit sweater, right? And they look cozy.
Yeah.
But now they've come inside a building.
Mm-hmm.
And the building is set to hell, right? I've been inside of bars that was too hot. When I was in Indiana over the weekend, everywhere we went inside was too warm. It was too warm. It wasn't cold enough outside for as warm as it was inside, right? And so, because the jacket that I brought was the coat that I brought a coat. I should have brought a jacket, right? In New York, you're like, okay, light jacket, jacket, coat. So it's like there's these levels where it's just like, you know, it's like, oh, I got a jacket, I got a light jacket, right? I'm running around. Okay, let me get a coat. Okay, now let me call North Face. Let me get Goose Down involved. Okay, I had to bring animals as reinforcement because I'm fucking freezing. I mean, you know, you've seen my coats. They're warm. They're very much warm. But so it's like you have to have so many. There's hats and scarves and boots and gloves. And then you got to have salt for the snow. Because, like, this is the thing. I will give you this. Snow is pretty. The first 2 days. And then it needs to go the fuck on. Snow needs to find it. Snow needs to know. Snow doesn't know when to leave.
Snow doesn't know when to leave. Okay.
Snow show up and be like, hey, y'all. The first snow is very cute. It's nice. It's cute. It's quiet.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
But too much snow, shutting your fucking city down. Okay? Remember the bomb cyclone that hit New York in 2018?
I feel like that 2018 was not that crazy.
If it
The
wasn't
bomb cyclone?
Why'd they call it a bomb cyclone if it wasn't so crazy?
Because they were getting too hyped.
It was just a fucking blizzard. We already had a word for a bunch of snow showing the fuck up.
That's kind of where I was like, I heard bomb cyclone. Even I was like, all right, this may be too much snow. Like maybe we're in for it, right? But then it hit, and maybe it's because I lived in Chicago for a while, but it hit, and it wasn't like all that wild to me.
Your barometer is different. Chicago
is egregious. Like Chicago, they called it Siberia that one year because the lake almost froze over.
That's a big ass lake.
It's a huge lake, and then when you see the sky view, you see how far out of the shoreline that it froze, and I was like, oh yes, this is actually too cold.
Is that Lake Michigan?
Let me see. You so.
Which lake is that? You lived there for years and don't know?
I wasn't really paying attention.
Negro.
Let me see. 1 second. 1 second. Hold on. I can look it up in a moment. Not a huge deal. Nobody freak out.
No one's freaking out. I'm just saying.
Everybody calm down.
Yeah, that's Lake Michigan.
Yeah, Lake Michigan. Yeah.
Why do you not know that?
Because, you know, it's a Great Lake, so I would just say the Great Lake.
You would just not pick the lake?
I just wouldn't pick the lake. I'd be like, you know, a Great Lake right over there.
Because there's Lake Michigan, there's Erie, there's Huron. What's the fuck is the Superior? Which I think is, you know, being just a little full of yourself. What's this other bitch called? Ontario.
You've never met him. You never met him. Maybe it is Superior.
Maybe it is. Maybe it ain't. I don't know. I don't work here. What I'm saying is, Chicago is the fact that you even survive. Like one of my friends, who's a thin man, moved to Chicago a couple years ago, and I was really worried about him. I was like, you're going to have to get ankle weights. He was like, why? I said, because the wind has a name. You're going to get blown down the street like tumbleweed.
So.
You're Nigerian. You're not made for this. You're not made for that. We're not even supposed to be here. Like, you know the joke that I have on my half hour where I talk about, like, black people, we're not supposed to be here?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're not supposed to fucking be here, bro. This ain't snow hair. That's why I don't trust these Yankee niggas. Because they be out here like, yo, I fuck with snow. Like, no. Just to get your jeans, nigga. This doesn't make no sense.
It
You
does
can't
make
trust
sense,
these
though.
Yankees. You cannot trust these snow niggas. You can't.
Snow is beautiful.
For 2 days. And then it shuts your... Snow is great. And then you know what happens in New York? This is what happens in New York. You just watch the layers of snow and just the amount of dog shit that shows up. And all this other... Like, you're just watching trash show up is what happens when snow melts in New York. Okay? Dirty snow. Yellow snow. Just ice. Just the snow. Like, that's why I was so... When that bomb cyclone hit, I was like, this is a blizzard. Why are we not calling this a blizzard? This is just a bunch of fucking snow. Yes, I'm fully aware that summertime may be the time of the hurricane. I'm aware. Mm-hmm. Hurricane season starts in August. And runs until, about what, October, November?
Look.
So technically it's fall.
It could be fall's fault. I'm not stressing that summer is hurricane season or anything. All I'm saying is that the heat wave, I'd be interested in what kills more people. Is it the heat wave or is it the potential blizzards? You know?
I can tell you that in a lot of states, you are not allowed to cut people's gas or power off in the wintertime. Mm-hmm. It was funny. I used to work for this power company in Florida years ago, and there was a big freeze that happened in Florida. Remember the year we didn't have any tomatoes? Like every fast food place was like, we ain't got no tomatoes. There was a big freeze in Florida. The price of oranges shot up, and the price of tomatoes were fucking gone. The price of oranges shot the fuck up because it was a huge freeze in Florida. And the last time there was a big freeze in Florida, I was living in Florida, and to see people in Miami who have never felt 40 degrees have to deal with 40 degrees was a wild thing. But you're not allowed to cut people's power. So people were calling and hey, you're not allowed to turn my power off. It's the wintertime and it's freezing. And I was like, well, ma'am, technically, that's not a law in your state. She said, why? I said, because it's never been cold enough to pass that law. So it's not.
Yeah, it's never been cold enough to kill you.
Right, we're turning your lights off. Your lights are already off. I'll try, but technically this law does not apply to you because you don't live in Detroit. Concrete hot is a different kind of hot. Also, there's no trees to absorb. City hot's different. There's no trees to absorb any heat. There's no real wind coming through nature to alleviate any of it. All the wind that you get in New York in the fall and the wintertime is wind that you needed in the summer.
Okay.
To give some relief. That's how you know. It's just we're not supposed to be here. Honestly. We threw all these buildings up. We made everything fucking hot. I remember as a kid watching David Letterman. And they would always say the joke oh, it's hot enough to cook an egg on the sidewalk. And then David Letterman was like, let's see. It was the 90s. And he went out and he literally put an egg on a sidewalk and it was sunny side up. And I was like, this is awful.
Yeah, it's clearly a bad place then.
Clearly bad. You're literally making breakfast on concrete. This shit is not great. You should throw some home fries next to that bitch. So it's summertime here is different than summertime other places because it's just not right. All of your just being.
I mean, the humidity for me in Louisiana during the summer was what killed me. It was
that's because you always have pants and long sleeve shirts on. You would probably just wet.
No. Even when I was just when I was young and I wore shorts. Even then. Even then, it was walking through
was so
hot
ugly.
water.
The face I just made was so. Did you see that? It just hit me so hard. It just hit me so hard.
I was looking down. I didn't see you at all.
It was just pure. This man said, when I wore shorts.
Back in those days when I wore shorts, it was still like walking through hot water.
The humidity in Louisiana is a different beast. It's a different situation. That's a different campaign. Because the humidity in Miami, I'm fully aware, will just really, I don't care how many Dominicans you go to, that blowout, if you don't get it in that state, I took an Atlanta blowout to Miami and it did not make it. My hair swole up like one of those fucking magic washcloths.
Oh, God.
Girl. Hair was
wow.
donezo. You got to get your hair done in that humidity to fight that humidity. But the thing is, when you live somewhere that's humid, your skin, ooh, beach. Because that's what fucked me up when I moved to LA. It was so dry and I grew up in places with humidity. I had scabs on my face.
Yeah. I will say here during the winter, it does get extra dry.
All of the things you apply to your face. But it was also really dry in LA because I remember talking to one of my friends and she just looked at me. She was like, bitches act like everything's dry. All of it.
The last thing I'll say about winter, and in its defense, is that I think that there are some things that can be debunked as summer things, all right? All you really need for some good barbecue.
I knew you were going to mention a barbecue. I knew you was going to mention a barbecue.
Is to know how to barbecue and to have the ingredients. You don't actually need sun to barbecue. All right.
Do you want to sit out? So you're saying, okay. I think the act of barbecuing and having a barbecue are two different things.
Okay.
You can cook meat on a grill.
Yeah.
Year round. But having a bunch of people come over to your house to enjoy grilled meats is easier. I've been to barbecues in the wintertime and they don't hit the same. Now, barbecue in the fall, early fall, where like when it comes nighttime and there's just like that slight crisp in the air, somebody will start a fire or something like that. That I can fucks with, right?
Okay.
Because a barbecue is something that goes all day. And everybody knows the temperature drops at night, regardless, most of the time. So a barbecue, when it's cold, it's like, bro, it was already cold when the sun was out. Now you want me to hold this chicken leg when it's even colder? So you're saying, I understand eating barbecue and eating indoors in the wintertime.
Yeah.
But standing outside, eating potato salad, I'm not doing it. It's too cold.
But it's not about being outside for me. For me, sometimes the outside is to the detriment of the barbecue. Sometimes it's so hot that I'm actually not having fun at this barbecue waiting for the meat to cook.
There's a time and place to be in your house. And there's a time and place to be in these streets. And I know we're coming to the time in this trash ass city where it's going to be a lot of in the house. And that's why I got a knitting machine. Because that's why Josh Johnson's finna be out here in a nice beanie and a fresh pair of mittens. So do you want the poof at the top? Because I can make it where it's like a real cool guy beanie where there's no little kid poof at the top. Or we can have you out here being Poof Johnson.
I mean, I would honestly take the no poof. Okay. And I don't know if this is too much to ask, but can the inner lining be satin?
I will figure that out for you, friend.
Because then if it's already satin in the oof, I'm wearing it like every day. You know what I mean?
I'll figure that out. I'll figure out how to make that happen for you because I need to make that happen for me. And I don't care if I gotta buy a bonnet and sew it inside. Because that might be the easiest way to do it. To just get the biggest size satin bonnets and sew them inside these hats.
Look, we want to kick it to you, the listener. Tell us what you think, because this is the first episode where I can confidently say that there is going to be a part 2 extension. Because once we get to beach houses versus cabins, that's the, in my mind, the continuation of this
we're
thing.
doing
Like a mountain cabin.
Beach versus mountains. All the things you could do at that there beach versus the things you do. Listen, I've been to...
You already described it with hate in your heart. I understand your bias. All right.
Of course, this is a versus.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I said my thing like you were crazy. I said my thing like, beach houses or the beach, and then you had the inflection. I heard it. You had the inflection in there, like whatever you do.
You know I'm all about expression, okay? You know I am all about telling it like it is. But yeah, so we'll kick it over to the listener, because if you have been keeping score, Josh is wrong a lot.
First of all, check yourself. All right, check yourself. Yeah,
who gonna check
me?
Blue?
Check myself. You check. You should blue check yourself.
That's a new one. You should blue. Oh, I should be verified. Is that what you're telling me? I don't even get verified. Because I'm so wrong. I'm so inappropriate for what I'm doing right now that I need to get blue checked.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Yeah, sometimes you win, even I can admit it. All right? But sometimes it's real close. All right? It's very close, and then you still take a W like it's just owed to you, like you just know it for sure, and it's not always that. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm pretty gracious when I'm right. I feel like I don't even bring it up really. And then sometimes
When have you been right? When have you been right? Give me one time.
I think I was pretty right for staycation versus vacation. I think I was on point.
No.
I think I came with facts. I think I came with figures and figurines. All right.
You know what I'm so happy about is now you're just starting to sound like me. And it's just ridiculous.
And the last thing I'll say about this, because we're gonna do this extra episode extended, so if you don't even have an opinion yet and you really want to be swayed, you can let me know that. You can let me know, hey, Josh, you did your best, but you're really gonna have to bring it in the next one because I'm leaning towards summer. I understand, all right? But the last thing I'll say about summer versus winter is summer is about a lot of payoff. You're out in the world, you're getting to see your friends, go on vacation, stuff like that. The winter time is about the grind. All right. It's about staying home.
No.
It's about staying home. It's about no days off. It's about doing what the other people don't see because you're inside grinding. Okay. I was in LA. I was talking to some friends while I was in LA, and I was telling them about the grind, and I was telling them about the no days off. And it's like, look, you need to work until you can't work anymore. And if you have a heart attack, that means your heart was a quitter and it couldn't grind hard enough. All right. So stay warm, stay grinding, and stay wintry. Okay. And if you want to be a summertime bug, I get that too. All right, I get you wanting to flap your wings and fly and go all the places and stuff. But if you really care about the grind, that's a wintertime thing. The winter isn't always fun. Sometimes it's hard, and you need hard to grind you into the diamond that you are when it's cold outside. You want to be a frozen diamond, or you want to be a like warm little bikini top. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you really want in your life? Okay?
I hate you, Josh.
This has been Hold Up. Which we've never fully explained the entire title of the show, because it's Hold Up, sure. But really it's Hold Up, Are You Grinding? Okay? Hold up, are you trying to take your life to the next level?
Josh Johnson, ladies and gentlemen, he, they.
I'm doing
Josh-
my best out here to
Josh
bring
Johnson
you
is a menace.
the great points and the way in which you can elevate your life, okay?
No.
All you need to do to get the rest of the blueprint is buy my book. It's on Amazon right now, self-published, because I'll really work with publishers because I'm on a grind, okay? Did they tell me no? Sure. But they also missed out on opportunity to grind with me all the way up. So give us your summertime, wintertime thoughts, all right? Put your grinds on social where we can see them. Comment on any hold-up content that you see on the Daily Show pages. They're going to be on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We're grinding all day. It's on every platform, okay? If we're not on that platform, that means that platform really isn't popping like that.
And if you can find it in your heart to send Josh a message to let him know that he's a fucking miscreant.
At least
But
I'm not
also-
a miscreant, okay?
Listen, buy Josh Johnson's book, Grind Till You Die. I wrote the foreword for it because he wouldn't stop calling me. And it's illegal in 15 states. So just because he
those
does
15
believe,
states aren't motivated, okay?
and he also believes in child labor. So, which I don't wholly disagree with.
Look, let the kids grind.
Hey man,
okay?
not every kid's going to college, bro.
Let the kids work.
Not every kid's going to college. Do they need to be in a factory at the age of 9? No. But hey man, put some step ladders near these coffee making machines at a Starbucks and get these kids on. I'm so not 100% serious. I'm just saying. I've been working since I was 9 years old, and look at me.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me. Look at this grind I'm doing. Okay.
Yeah.
My mama hasn't worked since 2018 because I've been
Let
working.
me tell you. Yeah, see? Get
Since
it.
the
All right?
Clinton administration, okay, baby?
Because I've been grinding, all right? I've been grinding since I was 4 years old. And what do I have to show for it? Only 2 loans. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to Hold Up. Josh Johnson doesn't really have a book. Please don't go looking for it on Amazon.
You will end up buying someone else's book.
And
I'm
someone
sure that
else's
title exists.
Yes. Grind Till You Die. I promise you can find it. So listen to Hold Up. Go see me and Josh Johnson in the places that we're going to be. Follow us on social medias. I guess we have to tell you it's Dulce Sloan at Dulce Sloan on all of the social platforms, including Tumblr, if that's even still around. Do you have a GeoCities website? If you do, keep it. It's probably going to be the last part of the internet when all this falls apart.
Yeah.
Josh Jedediah Johnson.
Oh yeah, you can find me at Josh Johnson Comedy on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and at Josh Johnson on Twitter.
We love you. The Lord loves you. And call your mama.
Hey, what is up, white people and a few minorities? Hey, y'all doing good? I am Gordon. I'm happy to be out here. Might as well get to know who is in here. How y'all doing? Look like a couple? Friends? Friends? Of course. All right. You said that quick. Why just friends? Just met through work. Is this some kind of HR situation? Should I tell somebody? Did he follow you here? You both agreed to be here. Good. All right. What kind of work do you guys do? Huh? Technical consulting. That's white as shit. All right. It's very vague. Technical consulting. What does that mean? Oh, you teach old people how to do shit. All right. This is Twitter. All right. Don't say anything racist. All right. What's going on here? How y'all doing? Are y'all together? Married. All right. I was about to say, what the fuck is up with y'all? This is the most sentimental crowd ever. We're friends. Oh, we're married. Oh, it's like it's a goddamn Disney movie. All right. How long y'all been married? 8 months. Say what? 2 weddings. What kind of rich baller shit are you trying to brag about? We've been married 8 months, but we got married every 4 months. We're trying to get married 3 times a year if possible. Hit all the seasons. Why the fuck did y'all have 2 weddings? Oh, a COVID wedding and then in Germany. At a castle. Damn, she bragging. At a castle. At a castle. Did you? A castle. Had a drawbridge and everything. It was beautiful. Y'all brown as hell. Y'all brown asses had a German wedding with a castle? No one, I'm the only one that finds that strange? All right, I'll go fuck myself. All right, just 2 brown people like, let's go to a castle in Germany and get married. You're from Germany? Gugentag or Volkswagen. Anybody know German in here? Oh, dang. Oh, there's a whole bunch of Germans in there. Yeah, watch how y'all raise your hands. They did that shit like, yeah. I'm single. Anybody else single? All right, y'all say, y'all reluctant like I'm trying to fuck y'all. Relax. I just got out of a 7-year relationship with a Dominican woman. Yeah, that's a nice way of... Did she stab you just now? Ooh. Dating a Dominican woman for 7 years is a nice way of saying I dated someone with a very big forehead for 7 years. Muy big cabeza. I made her feel cute about her forehead. I used to call it my backboard for kisses. I used to say that. I'm on Bumble, Tinder, and Hinge. Anybody else? 3 people. That's it? It's got 1 billion downloads. It's only me and 3 other people? Fuck y'all. All right. I like to tell white people this. White people, please tell your black and brown friends about Bumble, Tinder, and Hinge. Because I swear to God, I am the only nigga on these apps. I am swiping through white women like I'm walking through a blizzard, okay? I'm like, hello, is anyone brown out there? Shaniqua, yell out. I don't think I have any success on these dating apps because I don't take pictures the right way. I don't have a good profile picture. I don't do what all the other dudes do. Like white dudes, they figured it out. You know what white dudes do to get pussy online? They take a picture of themselves holding up a fish. Every white dude has a fish picture. They hold up a fish like, my name's Hank and this is a halibut. I do IT, but I'm also a hunter-gatherer, as you can see. You want to go get drinks? Are you ladies banging these fish dudes? Somebody said it, no. I met a dude with a salmon, he's an asshole. I will never see him again. Like men and women, we do dating apps totally differently from each other. Like, for example, like, ladies, do you even change the mile radius when you go on a dating app? Oh, well, yeah. One lady said, yeah. Man, what do you put your mile radius up to? 5 miles. See that? All the men are laughing because, like, ladies are like, that's nice. 5 miles? Ooh, 5K. Every man's laughing because every man in this room has put it up to 1,000 miles. Every man's like, is there pussy on the moon? I'll go to the moon. I'll get cleared by NASA. I'll bang in 0 gravity. My mom and my grandmother are really trying to help me get single, not be single anymore. You know what they're doing? They're actually walking around with me. Like we were walking around in the park. She saw this attractive girl. It's my grandmother. She's older. She doesn't understand. She sees the attractive girl. She says, Gordon, you should holler at her. Gordon, go over there, holler at her. And I go, no, Grandma. She goes, no, stop it. Don't be dumb. Go holler. She's attractive. I'm going to go, no, Grandma. That is catcalling. Women don't like catcalling nowadays. And my grandmother's reply was, bitches these days. I was like, what the fuck? And that's when I realized that's how my grandmother met my grandfather. Wasn't something cute. She was walking down the street. He was like, hey, where you going with that fat ass? To raise your family. All right. This man knows a fat ass when he sees one. Please put your hands together for Usama Siddiqui, everybody!
What's up? I fucking lost my voice last week. My voice was fucking gone. When you lose your voice, every female friend, so supportive, right? Are you okay? You need a lozenge, right? And every male friend is like, yo, you lost your voice because you were sucking mad dick. Dude, as straight dudes, we gotta update the gay jokes. The joke should be, yo, you were sucking mad dick, and it was helping you understand who you are. And we're here for you. I just think 2022, we gotta support our gay friends more, right? Take it a step further. 2022, if your boy comes out as gay, suck your boy off. Suck your boy off! Put the cum back in camaraderie, all right? Suck your boy off. Some of y'all are Spanish. Put the cum back in compadre, all right? Saquito. Are y'all boys? Prove it. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. He was kind of being ironic, and he was like, finally. Unclenched jaw, it's time! Here's the, I grew up homophobic. I grew up Muslim. So when you're Muslim, when you're 4 years old, some old guy in a beard comes in and he's like, don't like gay people. And he like blows like anti-gay dust in your eyes. And then you're like, oh, it is pretty unnatural. All those dudes who teach homophobia in the church and the mosque, they're creepy guys. They're all creepy guys. They come in, they're like, hey, don't like gay people, okay? The hand rub is the ultimate creepy guy move right here, right? If you ever see a guy doing this and there's no lotion, run. He's there to induce trauma. We all had homophobic dads. All of our dads are homophobic. Old black dudes homophobic, right? But they're funny because when they want to call someone gay, they'll say everything besides the word gay, right? So they'll be like, yo, your friend Jimmy a little loose in the shoes. right? All I'm saying is the boy plays tambourine. Sir, are you saying he's gay? I ain't saying shit. But the boy likes to slip and slide. I'm not hating. All our dads are homophobic. All our dads are. They all say it the same way, right? They're like, your friend's a little... Why is this the universal sign for gay? My dad was talking about your friend like this. I'm like, Dad, do you think that homosexuality is Parkinson's? Your friend, you know, Michael J. Cox. I mean, dude, my Muslim leaders doing homophobic speeches every Friday, right? But they were doing it in like deep Arabic, okay? So it'd be like, I'm like, how are you gonna hate on gay people while sounding like you're sucking a dick, right? Right? You can't be homophobic and be like, don't tell my mom. And I love my dad, I love my mom, you know? Immigrant ass mom. Intense. Intense, right? White moms, I wish I had a white mom growing up. White mom chores were cute, right? Hunter, take out the trash. Right? And then Hunter's like, Mom, you're a bitch. Right? Hunter, please. Fine, whore, I'll do it. But know that you're a slut, Mom. White mom chores were cute. Immigrant mom chores were like, hey, go fix my business. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll put on my work diapers. You know what I'm saying? Immigrant moms never say I love you. One time I texted my mom, I love you. Her response, sounds good. You feel that, right? One time my brother texted her, I love you. She wrote back, LOL. Okay. It's a joke. Who has a mom that can aim the FaceTime correctly when they FaceTime? Zero, right? They got no idea what's going on. They have no concept. My mom's like, hello, plop, right? Right here. Hold on. Mom, it's FaceTime, not left tit time. Right? Having a full conversation with her fucking breast, right? And half of me is like disgusted, and half of me is like, yo, it's been a while. You know what I'm saying? Yo, spring break 91, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, my mom an old school bitch, you know. Still beats me to this day, still beats me. Clap it up if your parents whooped your ass growing up. Yeah. Okay. Minorities clapping, white people. You mean like timeouts? I mean, I was in my room a lot. Does that count? Okay, your mom whooped your ass, but like my mom whooped my spirit. My mom whooped me every day. I was actually born white, like y'all. All this is just bruises. But yeah, every day. Here's the thing. My mom, you know, it was funny because when she beat me, you know, she didn't know any English, right? One time she was trying to beat me. I got so mad. I was like, Mom, you cunt. Swear to God, she was like, don't tell me what I can't do. That's immigrant shit. My mom is crazy. She's crazy, though. All our moms who beat us were crazy, right? One time, I just left my socks on the floor. She was like, hey, Sama, don't leave your socks on the floor. I never should have had you. She went from 0 to abortion in 1 second. That's a cold woman. But do you care? Do you care your mom beat you? Like, do you give a fuck, really? Eh. My mom would whoop me and then feed me Indian food afterwards. Y'all know Indian food is so good, it kind of undoes child abuse, right? My mom would hit me, I'd be like, yo, fuck you, Mom. Have one bite of her chicken curry, be like, you know what, she never should have had me. I get it. That's why I feel bad for white people who got beat, because your cuisine also sucks. Right? Can you imagine getting hit by your dad and having green bean casserole? Like, one bite of green bean casserole, you're like, Dad, just molest me again. Right? Like, I love it. 90% of y'all laughing, 10% having flashbacks. I see how right now. It's a lot. I love my dad too. I don't hate my dad. My dad's beautiful, immigrant guy, you know, full of shit, right? How much money he didn't have in his pocket story when he came to this country, bullshit, right? When I come to this country, only $5 in the pocket. I'm like, how did you leave the airport? Right? Terminal B to Terminal E is a $10 cab ride, I thought. And next year, Usama, in my pocket, only 50 cents I had on. Next year, Usama, only a piece of paper that said 0. Then the bullshit continues, and I sell that piece of paper, and I start my own business. Full of shit. It's pure full of shit. And as the money gets smaller, the craziness of their school commute gets wild, right? One day, Usama, every day I run 18 miles to school. Every day I swim across a pond. 2 of my friends one time die in the pond. I pull out their car case, I bury it before school. I'm like, Grandma, is this true? She's like, he was homeschooled. Don't listen to him. He's a little, you know, like, he's a little light in the sandal, you know? I love my dad. He's a conservative guy, you know? If we're watching TV and there was a sex scene, he'd change the channel, right? Aladdin, Jasmine going in, he's like, oh, shit, fuck, you know? Beauty and the Beast coming in, oh, no, which I get, Beauty and the Beast, that's some weird shit, right? Because as a society, we were all like, yo, fucking our dog is wrong. And then Disney was like, what if he was wearing a tuxedo? Huh? Woof woof, huh? I'm just kidding, y'all are a great crowd. Last show I did was not good. It was all fucking Brits, all British people. Dude, what is it with us when we meet a British person? Why is it so hard for us not to mimic their accent? Right? Every time they're like, hello. Or we're like, don't do it. Do not, hello! How are you? And no matter how nice they sound, we reply with Peaky Blinders on meth, right? They come in Downton Abbey. How you doing? We're like, how am I doing, innit? Doing all right, innit? All of our British accents are that guy with the lantern who's like, I'll take you across the river. That's all of our British accents. And it's offensive, bro. It's offensive, right? Because when he says hi to me and I go, hello, that's like if I said hi to him and he was like, ding, 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 ding. Right? But I'm allowed to do it because they pillaged us for 200 years, right? So I fucking get the accent, right? One British guy was like, yeah, so we're even, right? I'm like, even? Are you mento? Are you mento? Even, there was no Indian man in 1850 seeing his house burned down, being like, can't wait to say cheerio. You know? It is funny how we're allowed to shit in all the white subcultures in America, right? Like British, haha, right? Irish, fucking LOL. Right? Australians, we have no respect for Australians. One time an Australian guy said hi to me, I just replied, kangaroo. That's it. He was like, hi. I'm like, kangaroo, dude. It is so okay to make fun of Australians. Even he was like, yo, spot on. All right? And then there was a smaller Australian in his stomach who was like, yo, spot on. So you can do all the white accents, have a good time. Everyone do the white accents. Do Welsh. Do fucking, Northumbria with a fuck. Who gives a fuck? Can we do an Asian accent? Can he do Asian accent? What he wants. Can the white guy do Asian accent? Not even. Don't even say the word Chinese, really, right? One time I had a coworker, bro. He was drinking some coffee that was too hot. So he was like, oh. He was fired the next day. The CEO was like, me so appalled, okay? We here at Best Buy do not love you long time. Get out of here! I'm gonna hate it. You listen, I don't think Americans are even good at accents. We're not even good. We'll take Denmark's, like Sweden, Norway. It's all like, oh yeah, of course, yeah. Amazing. It all becomes gay German somehow, right? Oh, so cool. Oh yeah. Oh shit. I do think brown people were coming up. You know, people do want to fuck us now. Everyone besides you, but around you, there's a lot. I'm kidding. You're great. Here's the thing. I think the problem with brown sex symbols is that the names are too white sounding, right? Like Dev, Zane. Won't be any real progress until the hot white cheerleaders, like, you know who I want to fuck? Devaka. I just want to go behind the bleachers and suck off Bala Subramanian. That's progress. Now we're getting somewhere, right? You forget, we didn't have anybody growing up in Hollywood. Nobody. I remember 20 years ago, my friend was like, hey, who was your favorite Indian actor in Hollywood? I was like, Antonio Banderas. That's all we had. Y'all keep condoms in your wallet still? Yeah? No. Your voice does. For sure, dude. No. Here's the thing. I'm a condom and wallet guy. Listen, it's convenience. It's convenience, dude. My girl's like, no, it's creepy. And I'm like, where else you want us to put it? Wouldn't it be creepier if we were naked and you were like, where's your condom? And I was like, 1 second, okay? Creepier, right? Even creepier, no wrapper, just the condom comes out, right? There's new shit on the market, not just condoms now. There's a new male birth control pill coming out. You don't know about this? FDA approved. Wait, hold on. Clap it up if you're a dude and you're gonna take the male birth control pill. Okay. Like 2 fake male allies. These are the kind of guys who are like, babe, my favorite movie is Love Actually. No, I promise. I'll take the pill. I'll take the pill, okay? I am scared. I'm terrified. I've never heard a woman go, yeah, I changed birth controls and it was a smooth transition. Ever. It's always like, yeah, I was on Yaz and I switched to ortho tricycline and now I have a unibrow. And then I switched to Nordet and I strangled my grandma. Okay. Mood swings. I'll do copper IUD. Put the copper IUD up my butt, whatever y'all do. Spin the fucker. There's a true story. I was with a girl once putting a condom on. She was like, don't worry, I have a copper IUD. I put it in 20 years ago. And I'm like, if I fucked you raw, the STD I'd get would be tetanus. 20-year-old copper IUD, bro, what does that even look like? You know when you have a handful of pennies, there's always that one green one? She has a Statue of Liberty in her pussy right now. This Mormon section needs to grow up, dude. What? I think we got to change some of the terms, too. Some of the sex terms got to change, right? Some dudes who are like, I got a raging boner. You ever hear that? I got a raging boner. It's like, dude, leave the room, right? Right? Dude sex terms are too aggressive, right? Female sex terms, way more cute, right? It's like, I'm wet, hee. Right? Right? It's cute. It's never like, yo, my pussy's on some hydraulics right now. Oh my God! It's like Hurricane Katrina down here, Jesus Christ. Somebody call FEMA. Dude, sex terms are aggressive, right? Even jacking off is too intense. Can we get some softer jack off terms? I want to be like, yo, I got home last night and just started watering my plants. And yeah, it was a good harvest, okay? You ever have a dude friend who's like, I don't jack off anymore, bro, I'm done. That was me. I'm like, I'm done. It's unhealthy. I'm done jacking off. 2 days, no jacking off. I was like, should I kill animals? Bro, 4 days, no jacking off. I was like, if I sneeze, I'm gonna come. And then some old lady's gonna hear me sneeze, be like, bless you. I'm gonna be like, you have no idea. What do y'all do more, Instagram or TikTok? Yeah? That old guy's like, LinkedIn. So, fucking get a job, all right? Here's the thing, Instagram, TikTok, they're different apps, right? Instagram, the comments are more like, hey man, keep working hard, keep hustling, right? TikTok comments, bro, are like, yo, I'm 12 years old, and like, I wish you were dead. Why are kids so mean on that app? Worst comment I ever got, bro, I put a video of me doing stand-up. This kid just wrote, terrorist, but also annoying. Yo, that means the fact that I blow people up, that is not the worst thing about me, right? Bro, fuck this little white 12-year-old kid. Went to his profile, found a comedy video of his, and I wrote, school shooter, but also short. Yeah, good quick, dude. All right, listen, follow me at Usama Stands Up. Y'all be great. Please put your hand together for my homie. Eagle win, everybody!
Nice. Packed out on a weekday. This is nice. I love stand-up. There's little shit I don't like about stand-up. You know what I don't like? I don't like that people use it as a first date. Don't use my shit as a first date. It feels like a bitch move on the dude's part, you know? It's like you take a girl to a show where you can't talk for 2 hours, I make her laugh, and then you fuck? It's like, can I put a finger in? Like, I feel cheated, you know? I usually fuck with first dates. I was messing with one time. They were sitting in the front, and I asked the girl, I was like, yo, have you kissed him yet? And she said no, and for whatever reason, the crowd got, like, super hyped, right? Like on some, like, Jerry Springer shit. Like, she was like, no, and the crowd was like, kiss, kiss, kiss. And I ain't gonna lie, like, it hyped me up. Like, I was like, yeah, you hear him? Y'all gotta kiss. And then they did. Yeah, and then for the rest of the show, the dude was just looking at me like, say fuck, say fuck, say fuck. It's weird. Dudes use comedy shows like an aphrodisiac, for real. It's strange. It's predatory behavior, for real. Niggas be like, she ain't gonna let me hit till she giggle. Like, what? I see a lot of friend zone dudes at comedy shows. That's big, for real. Like, it'd be a pair sitting in the front, and I'll ask the girl, I'll be like, is that your boyfriend? And she's like, he's my friend. And then he's like, yeah, I'm her friend. Y'all think a dude could be friends with a girl for real? Or if a dude's friends with a girl, he's just trying to fuck? Yeah, no. Look, divided the room immediately. I wouldn't say we're all trying to fuck. I'd say we all would. But there's a difference, you know what I mean? Like, I have a girl best friend. I've been best friends with her for over 15 years. That's my nigga. That's my bro. I don't even look at her like that. Yeah. Not once have I tried to fuck, miss. But... You know what I mean? Like, if we were hanging out and she was like, Eagle, I'll give you some head, but we can't be friends anymore. I'd be like, well, we had a good run. Every friendship has its day, right? What's this situation over here? This is your coworker. Oh, okay. You don't trust it? You guys trust it? This is your lady right here, bro? Yeah. How long y'all been together? We've been married for like a little over a year. Man. This lonely ass crowd. I'm in a weird place. I'm heartbroken right now, bro. You know when you heartbroken, you start hating on people's happiness? Like you see a couple kissing you, like I hope y'all both got mouth herpes. fucking sad. I had to break up with this girl. I was super in love with her, but she was just too toxic, you know? Like, she was always accusing me of cheating. And it's like, I was, but be positive. That's a joke. That's a joke. A true joke. A very true joke. It's an old joke, though. You know what the update is? The update is I'm in a new relationship, and my girl is bi. Anybody in this room got a bisexual girlfriend? No? There's one dude right here in the corner. Bro, y'all have threesomes? No, you don't. No, you don't. Because that's not real, nigga. That is not what the fuck it is. We are believers, men. That's what we are. We are positive people, right? Right? Ladies, I don't know if y'all know that. We're the most positive people on earth, men. Every night we walk out, we're like, everything's gonna happen. It's gonna be great. And then nothing happens. We're like, tomorrow, another day. We fucking believe. We are positive fucking people. My girl is bi. She is gorgeous, highly attractive. Best looking person I've ever seen. And I'd like to think I'm attractive. In the first date, she was like, I'm bi. And I was like, we about to fuck the world. I was pointing at people in the restaurant, you gonna get it, you gonna get it, you gonna get it. And that's not the case. That's not what's happening at all. All having a bisexual girlfriend does, you just worry about double the people. For real. Because we're in an open relationship. We're in an open relationship. I cannot do monogamy. And so we're non-monogamous. And she told me from jump, she was like, listen, I don't have to do monogamy, but just so you know, if we don't do monogamy, that means I'm also going to be fucking girls. And I ain't going to lie, at first I very much responded like a dude. Like I was like, I don't care, they don't got no real dick. Fuck them, you're just going to come back home to daddy. All right? I was feeling good. And then I fell in love with her, and I was like, why has this bitch got so many friends? Because women, y'all are different with y'all friends than us. Y'all hang out real weird. Y'all do suspect shit that we don't do. You know what I mean? You know you hang out different. Like, I was on FaceTime with my girl, and her friend ran through the background butt-ass naked. And I was like, ew! And she was like, what, babe? That's just how girls hang out. And I called my sisters. I was like, yo, is this true? They were like, sometimes you gotta see a titty. I was like, all right. And I see the girls in the room, saw your pussy last night, bitch? Y'all are enjoying the joke. I get it. Women are different, and that's fine. I have no problem with people being different. But ladies, you have to understand that's also bullshit, right? Because my girl's never gonna FaceTime me, and I'm playing 2K with my nigga, and his dick is out. Like, what, babes? How niggas hang out? Anybody here actually gay? Any gay dudes in the room? You lesbians? All right. Any gay dudes in the room? No? Just doing the numbers. Somebody in this room is lying right now. Somebody just pulled a dick out of their mouth like I would never. Come out whenever you want to come out, you know? One of my friends, he just came out, and I always knew he was gay when we were growing up, but I ain't say nothing because he could fight. I wanted to say something. He was just too gangster, you know what I mean? Like, all my friends were tough, but he was the toughest one. And it was weird, because I tried to talk to them about it. Like, I'd be like, yo, you think Xavier? They'd be like, man, you gonna say something? I was like, nah, you're right. He's too gangster. It was weird, because, you know, he was gangster and flamboyant, which is like a strange mix. You know what I mean? Like, he'd beat somebody up, and then he'd be like, girl, let's go get some pussy. I'm like, I don't think that's what he wants. When he came out, I called him to check on him. I was like, hey, man, how you holding up? He's like, honestly, you guys are the best friends I could ask for. Yeah. He's like, you're showing me so much love and support. I can't wait for y'all to meet my boyfriend. I was like, that's beautiful. I was like, just so you know, I always knew you were gay. And he was like, what? And I was like, nothing, I'm so sorry. He's like, nah, you said you always knew I was gay. I was like, you were different. He's like, well, I wasn't gay. I was like, so what happened? He's like, I just met somebody and fell in love. I've met a lot of amazing men in my life. You know what I mean? Like, never have I met someone so dope. Never have I been to the bar like, wait, you like the Knicks too? Oh! I just don't think that's how it works. I don't know. For real. Like, I don't like white protesters. I don't like them. I know, you're our ally, or whatever. I don't care. They're just too aggressive. Like, they confuse me. You know what I mean? Like, I start rooting for the wrong team by accident. You know what I mean? Like, they'll spit on the cop, and I'll be like, I'll lean in like, officer, I wouldn't take that. Like, I don't like liberal white people. Yeah, I figured that would silence the room. I don't. I like my wife's conservative. That's my shit. Like a nice red hat. You know what it is? Liberal white people are just as racist as conservative white people. The only difference is they play these like Jedi mind tricks on you where you can't call them out for it. Conservatives real easy to call out. You're like, hey man, that was kind of racist. They're like, no, you. You know who the fuck you are. Liberals impossible to call out. You like, hey man, that was kind of racist. They're like, but your life matters. And you're like, and still hurt my feelings. And they're like my feet hurt from marching for you. I'm enjoying watching the black people laugh at this. While all the white people go, oh no! I've learned a lot from having gay friends. I really have. Like, for instance, I'm black. I know I look like a Hawaiian lesbian, but I'm black. Fuck you guys for laughing that hard at that. It was very much like a throwaway, but all right. I thought we were friends. All right. I am. I'm black. And when you black, sometimes white people say racist shit to you, and you call them out on it, and what's the go-to? They're like, buddy, I can't be racist. I've got black friends. Right? And you're like, fuck you. But now I've got gay friends, and touche, white people. It's a solid fucking argument, huh? Sorry for ever doubting you. This is the real reason I don't like liberal white people, and this is gonna be the hardest reason to say to your smiling white faces. Okay, here we go. I think liberal white people are the dumber whites. I'm not saying worse, okay? I'm not saying worse, okay? Conservative white people definitely worse people, for sure. But just because you're a bad person doesn't mean you're dumb. They have their smart moments. They're kind of smart. Liberal white people, great human beings. Huge hearts. Huge. Huge hearts. Tiny brains. They just keep doing things they think are super progressive, but it really just sets everybody back like 50 years. Like, for instance, stop calling us people of color. You're just calling us colored again. You can't just add 2 words and make everything better. You can't be like, you're not a nigga, you're a person of nigga. How are you guys doing? You know what I was thinking about? That's fake. Like our response. You guys ever realize that we all just always say good when somebody asks how we doing? It's like an autopilot thing, right? You ever have somebody ask how you're doing? You give them the auto response, and then they ask again but care. You know what I mean? Like they're like, how you doing? You're like, I'm good, I'm chilling. No, how are you? And you like, I don't know, man. I've been going through. We're not ready. We're not ready to be cared about, nigga. It's a lot. I don't even know how to care. You know what I mean? My boy was depressed the other day, right? He posted about it on social media that he was depressed. And I hit him up. I was like, you know what? Fuck toxic masculinity. Women keep on saying we don't check on each other as men. I'm gonna fucking check on him. I'm gonna care about another man in my life. I'm gonna fucking care about his feelings. So I reached out and I was like, bro, you could vent to me. You could tell me everything. Here's the problem. Ladies, y'all didn't tell us what to do next. Because I hit the nigga up. I hit him up. I was like, yo, bro, I care about you. I don't want you to do nothing crazy, man. You can talk to me. And he opened up. He was vulnerable. And I was excited. I was like, oh, shit, it's working. And he was like, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da, just pouring his heart out. And I was like, yo, that shit's crazy. Like, I fucked too much. I have fucked too much in my life. Seriously. I went to, this is fun. I can't wait to see how y'all respond to this. I went to SAA. Anybody ever been to SAA? You guys know what SAA is? It's Sex Addicts Anonymous. It's a real thing. Yeah, I went. Anybody in here ever been to AA? Somebody said yeah. I heard a yeah. Alcoholism is crazy. You've definitely been to AA, right? Okay. I didn't mean it like that. They're hyping it up. But you've been to AA, so you know in AA, what is it? It's a community, right? I don't know if y'all know what this means, but it means that everybody in the group exchanges info to some extent and can lean on each other when things are tough. That's a phenomenal idea for AA. Not a great idea for Sex Addicts Anonymous. You know what I mean? Like, oh, Eagle, I'm just feeling so horny. Really, would you wear it? Like, it's just... I've been very militant on stage where I made all the liberal white people feel bad. It's like a thing for me. I don't know why. When I get on stage, I just get real Malcolm X-y, for real. It's like, make them laugh and make them feel bad. Shit. In my real life, I'm not militant at all, for real. I'm really not. You know what it is? I don't believe in talking to white people about real topics in real life. Like on stage, fuck yeah, because I can't talk back. But in my real life, no, because white people are extremists now. There's no more chill white people. You can't have a calm conversation with a white person. For real. Like, you'll be like, cops are killing us. And they'll fly on the floor. They'll be like, I can't believe it. You're like, nigga, get up. I don't care that much. Or you're like, cops are killing us. And they're like, good. And you're like, well, I didn't want that either. So I keep it light when I talk to white people. Keep it fun, you know? Here's a fun argument me and all my white friends have been having for years. All my white friends think Bob Dylan is the greatest lyricist of all time. Nothing in life infuriates me more. You could be like, Black Lives Don't Matter and Bob Dylan's great. And I'll be like, what was the second thing you said? It upsets me so much. Recently, I was arguing with one of my white friends. He was like, I'm going to just put you on to some Bob Dylan. And I was like, all right, bet, do it. He sucks. And I don't know if he sucks. I've never heard him before. All right? And I listened to him, and yeah, he's good. He's great. He's the best ever. Fuck you guys. I don't care. Can I read you my favorite Bob Dylan? Are you a Bob Dylan fan? Yeah. Oh, you're going to love this. Can I read you my favorite Bob Dylan lyrics? All right. I'm going to read this, and I'm going to fucking leave. All right, here we go. He said, no compass comes with this life, just eyes. So to map it out, you must look inside. Sure, books can guide you, but your heart defines. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, that's Jay-Z. Fuck Bob Dylan. You guys been great. My name's Eagle Witt. Thank you so much. Bye.
In the room, and everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. The comment I get on TikTok the most is that I look like an unhealthy Pete Davidson. Every time it says unhealthy, they specify that. I'm like, just say Pete Davidson, you know? Like, it's not like he's the beacon of health and wellness, but I'll take it. Wherever I go, people ask me my pronouns, which is fair. I look like pronouns. I get it. It's okay. It's okay. And pronouns are very important, but they're not important to me personally. Like, the only time I care about pronouns is if I'm having sex with my girlfriend. I like it when she uses male pronouns on me, but that feels like a bit of an overshare for someone I just met at a baby shower. You know what I mean? I went to a baby shower the other day. I got sat next to this woman. She was like, hi, I'm Kelly, she, her. And I was like, oh, hey, Kelly, I'm Emma. I don't really care. I guess unless I'm having sex with my girlfriend, then I care. Wait, where are you going, Kelly? My friend was like, what'd you say to my cousin, Emma? I'm like, she started it. She started it. My girlfriend is Puerto Rican. Any Puerto Ricans? Okay, okay, all right. So I want to support that, right? So this is what I've been trying to do. I learned how to cook plantains, yeah. I learned, I bought a giant Puerto Rican flag, and then whenever she comes over, I play Daddy Yankee. That's the big one, I play it. But this is the issue, she doesn't appreciate it. The other day she comes over, I'm playing Daddy Yankee, cooking plantains, waving a little Puerto Rican flag. I'm doing all these things at once, trying so hard. She walks in, looks at me, and goes, okay, Emma, first of all, I'm Mexican, okay? Like, fucking white people! I don't know if any of you guys are in interracial relationships, but when she gets mad at me, she hides my sunscreen. I don't know what to do. I'm trapped in the house. Trapped in the house. She's tall, she's Mexican, very feminine. We kind of look like we're from the future. And I was having dental problems for 2 months. I have a fake tooth and it had popped out. And before I got the implant, I was walking around missing a front tooth. So for those 2 months, it looked like the future did not go well for one of us. I was stumbling back like, blah, 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 blah. Don't buy Dogecoin, it's rough out there. My tooth, when it popped out, the timing was perfect because people would ask me what happened and I could just go, oh, it was the vaccine. Yeah, it got me. The needle hit my arm and it just popped out. When my girlfriend and I go out to eat and they clock us as gay and interracial, sometimes they get too supportive. I can see them just stressing because they're like, shit, this Yelp review could take us down. We were at a place the other day, and we were there an hour early, and before I could say to the guy, like, hey, dude, we're an hour early, don't even worry about it, he just starts getting wound up. He's like, oh, yeah, woo, yes, this is so great, I love to see it, I do, yes, technically we're full, but, don't worry about it, we'll go find some straight white people, we'll kill them, get in here, yeah, come on, yeah. I quit smoking cigarettes a while ago, and you know what I realized? I wasn't addicted to the nicotine. I was addicted to the gossiping opportunity. I love taking a moment in my day to smoke a cigarette with someone else and then talk about other people. You're already doing a toxic thing, so it's more likely you'll have a toxic conversation. I didn't even have to like the person I was smoking with. I would have talked shit about other people. I probably would have smoked a cigarette with Sarah Palin. 2 puffs in, I would have been like, Hillary is a bitch, you're right, yeah. She's a bitch, I can see it. The more unhealthy the activity, the quicker the friendship bond is formed too. Like, it's a sad truth of it. The quicker it'll go away, but the quicker it's formed, like cocaine. You'll go into the bathroom with a serial killer like, we gotta start a business. Yeah, me and you do. T-shirts are gonna be big. What is it about coke that makes people so entrepreneurial? What is it? Did you know they updated the terminology from ADD to ADHD? Yeah. Did you know that? You did, okay, because usually people in the community don't know, but it feels like people outside of the community did know that. Like, I had no idea they updated that terminology, and then my sister called and told me a couple weeks ago. She was like, there's no more ADD, it's all ADHD. And I was like, how was I supposed to know that? And then she goes, I don't know, Emma, pay attention. I was like, ooh, cold. Why would they change the name of something that represents a group of people that has a hard time following along? Why would they do that? I got all turbed up about it, like, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Went online, probably 2 minutes in, I was looking at a lasagna recipe, like, yeah. Huh. My sister was like, what'd you find? I'm like, you can put ricotta cheese. When I was diagnosed with ADD, they were diagnosing any kid with a behavioral problem as ADD. Like, there was this kid in my class, and at recess, he would hump trees. Hump trees, and based on that alone, the teachers were like, ADD. That's what that is, ADD. And I remember watching him hump a tree and being like, yeah, and something else, right? Let's dig a little deeper, you know. I have ADD. I can't concentrate. He's sexually attracted to foliage. I was in special ed, but my elementary school was so small, I was the only one in special ed. So they didn't call it special ed, they called it Emma's room. I was cocky about it, too. I'm like, time to go to my room. I got to high school, they're like, Emma, you're going to be put in something called special ed. And I was like, well, why is it named after Ed? Like, why does he get everything? Why isn't it just Ed's room? Like, what about that I'm in there now, too? And they're like, stop right there, but we're just going to tell you you're going to the right place, okay? Like, you're meant to be here. Fine. It's nice you guys came to a comedy show. Whenever I get to pick the entertainment, I just want to watch Law and Order Special Victims Unit. I'm obsessed with that show, and I feel like the more conscious I get of how convoluted and screwed up the justice system is, the more I watch Law and Order Special Victims Unit to fantasize that it can be simple. Right and wrong. Dun dun. But I do think it's weird they call it Special Victims Unit because aren't all victims special? Like, could you imagine being the victim of a stabbing and you go in to report it at Special Victims Unit and they're like, wrong unit. This is for special victims? It looks like you just got stabbed. And you're like, well, I was stabbed by my uncle. And they're like, all right, was it with his dick? No, down the hall. Get out of here, get out. No semen, no service. You're not getting in. Yeah, it's participation trophy culture. How weird is it the executive producer of that show is named Dick Wolf? Dick Wolf, that's insane. I think if a woman had the equivalent name, people would have noticed it a long time ago. It'd been like, we're getting trolled. Could you imagine if they were like, from executive producer, Vulva Fox? You'd be like, yeah, that feels weird. Feels weird. Okay, I can't look at you guys when I say this next thing. It's too much. Over the pandemic, I became one of those people who comments on porn videos. It's too much! Yeah. If you're ever wondering, who comments on these videos? I comments. Before my girlfriend knew I was in the porn commenting community. She was like, can you believe some people actually think real people comment on these videos? Obviously, it's all robots just trying to get people to go over to their page. And I was staring out the window of an Uber like, it's not all robots. Just a hunch. Maybe some people quit smoking and they're trying to meet like-minded individuals. We don't know. I comment on the video if the title of the video doesn't match up with the content of the video. It's where I draw the line as a human being. I was watching one the other day. It was titled, Verbal Wife Gets Banged Out by Neighbor. But she said nothing, so I had to say something. You know what I mean? Not on my watch. Took it to the comments. I was like, hey guys, it's clickbait. Repeat clickbait. If you need a verbal woman, go over to Alabama Housewife on the next page. Boom. She's a star. I thought this was all for nothing, and then this guy commented on my comment. I was walking into therapy. Woo. Was it you? I was walking into therapy. I got this alert on my phone. Bing, bing. I check it. I'm like, I told my therapist right away. I was like, hold on, Kim. This is critical. He commented. He goes, thank you so much. It was my anniversary with my wife. I had 10 minutes to come and get ready for dinner. And if it wasn't for you, I would have wasted time on this video. But because of you, I went over to Alabama Housewife. I came quickly. You saved my anniversary. He said that. Thanks. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thanks. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Almost on cue, my therapist was like, Emma, do you ever do anything for other people? And I was like, you have no idea. Okay. I'm out here every day commenting, patrolling, putting work into it. My mom gave me comedy advice the other day. She was like, you need to talk about something that's universal and relatable to everybody, something that transcends race and class and gender and will bring Americans together around a unifying topic. And I was like, sure, what do you think? And she goes, how about the fact that your father is an asshole? Something like that. Everybody knows an asshole. I've been dog sitting for my mom for the past 5 days, and I thought it would be fine, except I'm not allowed to have a dog in my building. So I made a fake service animal certificate. It's only 5 days. I thought, what could go wrong? The issue is the dog isn't trained, so a lot has gone wrong. A lot. I said it like a true non-dog owner. Like, what could go wrong? Everything went wrong. Saying this dog is trained would be like someone on a dating app saying they live in a gated community, but they're in prison. It's like that much of a stretch. Like, big stretch. I made a fake certificate. I bought a printer and a laminator, and it just says service dog on it, okay? In case I run into my landlord. So I ran into him, and he was like, Emma, that better be a service dog. And as I'm taking out my certificate, the dog starts humping my leg. Like, aggressively humping my leg. And I was about to tell him the truth, but then I just doubled down and was like, and this is the service I need. How about that? How about mental health is complicated, okay? And if the dog's not humping my leg, my anxiety goes through the roof. This is what does it for me. I learned about it on TikTok, okay? Back off. Your psychiatrist doesn't prescribe dog humping, get a new one. Back in high school, I was very depressed. And I remember trying to talk to my mom about it, but she was so uptight. Like, I remember coming home one time and telling her, like, Mom, I can't take it anymore. I'm going to kill myself. And she went, not in the house. Not in the house. I have book club in the house. And then because I said that, I had to go to this inpatient rehab center. This is why, like, even in the darkest of times, if you look around, it can be pretty amusing. I had to go to this... That part wasn't a joke, you fucking monsters. I was like, even in the darkest of times, you know, look around, it can be amusing, and you're like, oh, they're also a loser. It's all about perspective, you know. Okay. You have great teeth. Ever since I started having dental problems, I noticed people's teeth, and it's a bad thing to compliment because it makes everyone self-conscious, but good job. So... even when you're, I don't remember what the fuck I was talking about. Even the darkest of times, fucking looking around. Oh yeah. Yes, as I was saying. But I wasn't talking about ADD. Now you're just yelling out things I have. You're like, depression and anxiety, potentially bipolar, addiction. So, threatening to kill myself, even in the darkest of times, yada, yada, yada. I had to go to this inpatient rehab center. I'm in there for threatening to kill myself. I had a roommate there who was in there for threatening to kill somebody else. I was like, who is this lazy admissions person? Just seeing the two of us like, ooh, mutual interest, match them up. They'll be finishing each other's sentences. She had threatened to kill someone, and she had multiple personality disorder, which I wanted to be sensitive to, but I didn't know how. So every night I'd be like, good night, everybody. I don't know. One of you guys snores. I don't know. Which one of you? I miss 90s boy bands, even in sync. I miss them. Boy bands now are too perfect. Every member can sing. Every member can dance. They're all cute. I miss the 90s, where it was like one member could sing, one member could dance, one member was cute. And then there were the other two. Who were these other two? Wild cards. We didn't know what was going on. The ages now are all like 17. In the 90s, it was like 17, 18, 53, 12. And you're like, who's that 53-year-old with the kids? Girl groups never had that. Could you imagine if you were watching the Spice Girls, like, what Spice Girl is that? Is that somebody's aunt or something? She's tracking her steps, I can tell. She's counting steps. She's counting her steps. Who is it? It's Old Spice. That's who it is. Old Spice. Old Spice. Every time my mom leaves me a voicemail, she identifies herself in the message. Every message starts like this. She goes, it's your mother. Like I would ever get a message from my own mom and be like, who is this? I had to ask her, like, Mom, who do you think I'm talking to that would be calling me up? Like, hey, I was looking at pictures of you in the tub as a baby. Cute, call me back immediately. It's Rodrigo, your landlord. Rent is due. You and your dog are weird. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Have a great rest of the show.
Please put your hands together for the one, the only John Johnson, everybody!
Just in case you didn't know, I grew up in
Louisiana. No. Anytime I tell people at a party or at a show that I grew up in Louisiana, they're like, oh my God, I love New Orleans. I'm like, yeah, that's not where I said. And they're not wrong. New Orleans is the best part. The problem is that there's a whole state around that city. You know what I mean? Like, New Orleans to Louisiana is like if you had the most beautiful blue eye, but your whole face was fucked up. Like, I'm embarrassed to admit it now, but when I was really little, I thought that black people could see the future. I did. I just thought we had powers like that. Because when I was little, you know, when you don't have the best money situation, you usually don't have the best living situation. So the neighborhood I was in, there'd be like a fight constantly every other night. Once in a while, there'd be a shooting. And before any of it ever went down, outside of the window in my home, I could hear somebody go, I'm finna go to jail tonight. And then they would. And I was like, how did he know? That is incredible. When do my powers kick in? This is astounding. Oh. I've lived in New York now for like 6 years about. And who here lives in New York? Okay. So, you know, whether you're here and you live here or you're just visiting, I think we can all agree that now New York is too dirty. Like, this is a level that's unprecedented. This is chaos now. This doesn't make any sense anymore. Like, and look, you're only here, you only live in New York for one of two reasons. Either you were born here and no other place compares, maybe you've tried to live somewhere else and it just doesn't mesh for you, or you moved here to be the best at something. You know, you have a dream, there's something that you want to do, but I still believe that all of us can be the best designer, the best actor, the best of anything without a rat being right there. Like, how is that part of the struggle? How does that help us in the grind? That doesn't do anything. It's just depressing. This is too much. We've made them too, we've actually ruined rats with how dirty we've made New York. We've made the rats too fat. You realize they're fat now, because what happened when the pandemic hit? What happened? We started outdoor dining, and people loved it. They're like, oh my God, it's so European. It's so chic. This is amazing. And then, you know, no one loved it more than the rats. Because the rats, now, you realize rats used to have to scrounge for their food, and now they're like, Frankie's closed at 11, and that's good Italian, so like, we might as well just wait for a little bit. They talk about food the way we talk about food now, because we've left so much food dropped in the street. I was walking down the street, and I stepped next to a rat. I didn't see it. We surprised each other, all right? I planted my foot next to the rat, and then when we saw each other, I'm not proud of my reaction, but like, I actually know I'll never be able to protect a woman by how I lifted my leg when I saw the rat, because it was just, the toe was too pointed. Like, what does this do? This doesn't get me further away. I'm just as far away with this as I am with this, but this felt more natural. Like, if it was gonna bite anything, I wanted it to be ass. So I do this and I scream, right? And then the rat sees me and it tries to run and it genuinely can't. The rat got a running start and immediately was like, no, you're gonna have to kill me, because I don't know what I just pulled messing with you. This is too much. We've made New York a little too hard now. Why this hard? Why does the setting have to be on extra hard? Because you can admit it. You can admit it to me. We're family. When you're walking down the street and you see a homeless person screaming at the top of their lungs, isn't it scary that when they're screaming, they're not wrong? That's pretty jarring, isn't it? I was walking down the street, homeless dude screaming at the top of his lungs, but he was like, the bank's rigged everything, and there's poison in some of the food. I'm like, he's making good points. Like, let's not discount what the man is saying. I've had my own little, like, awkward encounters with people and everything, you know. Like, I remember my freshman year of college, I really wanted to reinvent myself. Because in high school, I was just like this skinny, nerdy kid and, like, never really had a lot of confidence or anything. And I went to a school where no one knew me, so I was like, okay, this is I'm gonna be a new guy. I'm gonna be suave. And I remember I had classes with this one woman that was, like, beautiful. So I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ask her out, right? That's what the old me would never do. I'd be too scared. And so I remember I just on a random day after class, I started walking up to her. And I have nothing to go on, by the way. Like, we didn't meet at orientation. We just take 2 classes together where I sit behind her. So there's nothing to start with. I can't just walk up like, I've been watching you. And I like what I see. So then I'm just like, even as I'm walking up to her, I'm like, what am I doing? And I remember I tapped her on the shoulder and she turned around and I went to just start speaking. I just like, it starts coming out. I was like, hey, my name is John. And as I go to speak, I can feel a yawn coming. And that's not good. Like, you're not going to entice anyone to have a good time with you when you open with a yawn. And so I'm just shoving it down. I'm like clenching and I'm shoving the yawn down as hard as I can. I'm pushing it down. And I actually beat the yawn, which is an incredible feeling. When you beat a sneeze, a cough, a yawn, when you need to in a social situation, you feel like a god. I was talking shit to my own body. I was like, yeah, that's right, breathing ass bitch. You breathe when I tell you to breathe, old sucking air ass punk. Look at you trying to breathe looking stupid. And so I beat the yawn and I just start talking. I'm like, hey, we have a couple classes together and I don't know what your situation is, but if you would like to do something this week, I'd love to take you out on Saturday. And as I go to say Saturday, I can feel the yawn coming back. But this yawn is different. This is the one that opens your mouth for you. You know what I'm talking about? Those strong yawns that, like, unclench your jaw and everything. And so then I'm just like, if you would want to do something on the weekend, I'd love to take you out on Saturday. And now, because I've tried to talk through the yawn, and I haven't done much talking, it sounds like how I talk sometimes. And so then, also, the yawn was so powerful. You ever get that tear that comes and you're like, I actually had the tear roll it. I was like, Saturday! And we stared at each other for a second, and then I just walked away. I was like, there's no saving it. It's fine. It's okay. I remember when I was little, my mom worked at the library, and there was this after-school program she would do, and so she would just pick me up after school sometimes, and I would go with her. And so for the time that I was in that age group, that was just what I did every day. And I met this kid, and he would always sit by himself. And then he was gone for quite a while. And when I started to see him again, I was like, I'll sit with him because in my mind, I know what it's like to be weird. I know what it's like to be alone. I'm like an only child, and I've always been odd. And so, to me, no one should be alone unless they want to be. So I went to sit with him just to let him know if he wanted to talk to someone, I was here. He didn't have to talk to me, but he finally had an option, right? And sometimes something happens to a person where if they're over it, like they're genuinely over it, but you can't imagine yourself being over it, you can't imagine them being over it. Does that make sense what I'm saying? It's why, like, if I tell you my dad passed away, you're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Because you're imagining what it would be like if your dad passed away. You're putting yourself in my shoes. It's why if I tell you that my great-granddad passed away, you're like, oh, okay. I mean, that sounds like what's supposed to happen. So. Any other facts you want to tell me? And so I remember I started talking to him because I was curious about him and everything. And the thing we were doing that day was we were putting together a bridge with popsicle sticks. And so we would glue the bridges together, and whoever had the strongest bridge at the end of the, day would win. Like their little team would win. I was on a team with him. And I remember asking him, his name, asking him if we were in the same grade, because I thought that we were. And he's like, yeah, I'm in the 6th grade too. I was like, oh, yeah, man. Me too, man. And we're putting the popsicles on. I asked him, I was like, I thought you moved away or something, because I used to see you all the time, and then I didn't see you for a whole year. And without missing a beat, he just keeps putting the popsicles on the bridge, gluing them, doing his work. And he's like, nah, I didn't move away. I just got kidnapped. And I was like, what? He's like, oh, you didn't hear me? I got kidnapped. He's like, are you okay? And without missing a beat, he just goes, yeah, I'm back, so it's all good. It's like, if you're good, I'm good. Okay. That's the thing. Sometimes you're genuinely over something, sometimes you're not. Like, I think just as black guys, we gotta cry more. Just let it out sometimes, for real, because we don't. Always too tough at everything, and there's some things you can't out tough in life, and so when you finally break down and cry, we have no practice. So it's the most unrecognizable sound that could come out of a human. That's why nobody rushes to help us. It doesn't sound like crying when we do it. Because let's say something happens, something genuinely happens where no one would blame you for crying. Let's say your dad does pass away, and it's the saddest day of your life, and you don't know how you're going to move on. You don't know what you're going to do about it. But instead of just crying, when it's appropriate, when everyone would understand, when people would have your back, you just shove it down. You try to be strong. At the funeral, you're shaking hands, you shove it down, you're shaking hands, and you're shoving it down, you're pushing it, and then you're pushing it, and then years later, somebody just asks you how your day is. And you're like, people come running like, is that an alarm? What was that? Someone hurts you. Someone does something that genuinely hurts you in a big way. Maybe you have a breakup. Maybe you feel betrayed by a friend. Something happens. And instead of just opening up and having a cry about it, like, no, you're too tough. You just, you try to like work out through it. Try to fuck through it, whatever it is, just so you don't have to let it out and cry. And then one day, a puppy licks your hand. And you're like, no one even rushes to help you because they're like, so clearly he needs an exorcism because there's something in there. I've never heard that sound before. It's like there were a lot of peaceful protests in 2020, and there were a couple that weren't. I think enough time has passed that we can admit there's like, nah, they looted. That's just that Target didn't do anything. Nah, they want that stuff that was in there. That's all that happened. And this guy that I know, during one of the protests, like some loot broke out, and he looted, but I don't know if he panicked. I don't know what happened, but all he looted was a rabbit from a PetSmart. And it's like, what? You almost can't be mad at it. It's a little heartwarming. But then he managed to get a sick rabbit. So this rabbit, sick as hell, got all types of health problems. So he's been in and out of the vet for the past 2 years. This man looted himself $7,000 into debt. Does anyone here believe in God? It is kind of weird that it's like a resounding no now. I'm always worried about when the masses have an opinion, and it's like clearly when everybody believed in God, things were not going well. Like they were not doing the right thing. But now I'm like, oof, everyone saying no also feels a little off. You know, because this is a big bet. Like if God's real, we're really laying out all the chips. This is funny. I was thinking. I've thought a lot about God in the last 3 years and everything. And okay, this is a long walk, but just roll with me for a second. All right. So, if there's a God, if there's a limitless being whose knowledge and power and understanding is bigger than anything that we could ever imagine, that we come from, that we're made in the image of, that the limitlessness doesn't just apply to time. It applies to like every describable metric. So, you know, God has no gender. God has no way of tying God down to earthly things or even in speech, right? And if this limitless being has seen the entire story, has seen everything, knows everything from beginning to end of how everything will go, everything that will happen, everything that has happened, everything that might happen, then maybe God in that limitless power chooses to tip scales at times and punish people for bad things or move lives in a specific way. And maybe, if you know the whole story, you don't have to think or act in a linear way. We behave linear because time is always moving forward, and it's all we know. So if someone does something bad to me, and then I take revenge on them, it all makes sense to the people you tell the story to because something happened and there was a reaction. But if you know the entire story, maybe it doesn't matter when the thing happens. You know, maybe something bad happens to someone, but they're like an asshole anyway. So you're like, whenever it happened, it was worth happening. And maybe, like God knowing and understanding and seeing all of humanity and what the people would be like, all the people made in his image, all his children. I'm only using his because now I'm just talking about a specific, like, biblical understanding, right? Maybe in all of that, God saw all the people, and he saw that some people would be terrible to other people that were his children, all made in his image. But some people would be terrible to other people because they were different. You know? And then in those differences, he looked at the whole of history and thought to himself, okay, I need to do something about this. But rather than working on a linear scale, rather than waiting for a thing to happen to react to a thing, for a thing to happen to react to a thing, maybe God was just like, I'll do it whenever. Maybe I'll go to the beginning. Maybe God saw that there were going to be gay people and how abused and mistreated they would be by other people that claimed to be moving in his name. All right? So maybe at the very beginning of time, God said, okay, if this is how humanity works, thinks, if this is how humanity will move, then I'll have to do something about it. And maybe God saw that it would be men, mostly men, who were the most violent, who were the most, combative against these people that were different. And so then at the beginning of time, God decided, fine, if you're going to be like this, I'm going to put the G-spot in the ass. Like if you're gonna be a dick, you don't get the good stuff. I told you it was a walk. I love talking about this with people because, you know, the whole joke is too long, but while I'm telling it, people are like, is this how a cult starts? You all are so amazing. Thank you so much for coming out.
Hey friends, I'm going to be hosting The Daily Show again this week, October 7th, 8th, and 9th, Tuesday through Thursday. And I want to take a quick second to say thank you, because the last time I hosted, my very first time, so many of you tuned in, you told people, T-vote if that's still a thing. So many people watched that we actually set a ratings record. And that was really, really special because I love Daily Show. I love all of you, and to be able to bring those two things together, to be able to set records your very first time doing something is special, but to do it with you was incredible. I look forward to bringing these Daily Show shows to you this week and the video, because you're already watching. You might as well keep watching. Just let it play. I'll see you.
Give it up for Josh Johnson!
I don't know if y'all have seen, but people are losing their minds. People are losing their minds because Bad Bunny is going to be doing the Super Bowl halftime show. This is incredible. The level of upset. You ever see somebody get so mad that you're like, this is just weird? Like, not even, we're past like the levels of angry I expect you to get, and we're into a new realm where it knocks me out of even any sort of reactionary response. I'm more just like, are you okay? One time, I was at a McDonald's, right? And this dude, he must have wanted the pickles that come with the sandwich. They come with the sandwich. He got a hamburger, comes with a pickle. His hamburger didn't have a pickle. And I don't know what else was happening in his life. Maybe he usually handles disappointment very well. Maybe they caught him on the wrong day. Maybe they, you know what I mean? Maybe this man's been through a lot, and this is finally the thing that made him snap. This is possible. Everybody has their line. Everybody has their limit. And some people's limit, you wish that your limit would come when it makes sense. Do you know what I mean? You want your limit to come when something actually happens. You know? Like, you want your limit to come when it's like, maybe you've lost your job, you don't know what you're going to do next, rent is due, and your dad is passed, and it's just all happening at one time, and then you lose it. That's when everybody would understand you losing it. But instead of losing it when you're supposed to lose it, some people stay strong. They don't let on that they're about to lose it. And so then they go to McDonald's. And they order a burger. And then they realize that burger doesn't have a pickle. And then all the injustice in the world comes out. All at once in this McDonald's. And so now you're screaming in front of a bunch of strangers because you don't have a pickle. And we all know that you know you don't have the pickle, not because you opened the sandwich to check, just in case you were like, hey, is the world fair today where there'll be a pickle on my sandwich? No, you know there's not a pickle because you ate half the sandwich and you haven't hit pickle yet. And so you finally open the sandwich, just give it a look. Be like, maybe this is a slippery one, maybe maybe this pickle's sneaky. You know, they supposed to put it on top of the cheese before the bun, maybe under the condiments, but maybe this one, oof. Maybe this one's sneaking in there between the meat and the cheese. Who knows, right? And then you open the sandwich, you realize you've had no pickle. You realize you've been looking forward to pickle this entire hamburger, and it was never gonna come. It was never gonna come. It was never gonna come. Just like your job isn't coming back. Just like, no, it's all coming back in real time. It's like the pickle is almost this unintentional metaphor. Like the pickle is missing the way your father is missing in your life because he's gone now. And so you just start letting it all out. It just comes out. You start screaming at someone behind the counter who is 17. Just someone who is beginning their life. Someone who has the whole world ahead of them. And you used to have the whole world ahead of you as well. But then life happened and it came at you so fast you weren't sure what you were doing when you were doing it. And so now at home you have somebody that you're married to that like y'all are almost like strangers passing in the hallway, and you have 2 kids but you don't really see yourself in them at all. And so now you wonder if maybe you were too hard on your dad and you wish you could tell him that, but he's gone. And so is the pickle. The pickle's not in there. The pickle is supposed to be here, right? And that's why you end up screaming at this 17-year-old at the top of your lungs to the point where people are recording you on their phone, which is never great. Your life never gets better after that. That's never the beginning of something wonderful. It means you're probably about to lose the next job before you even get it because you've lost your job and you're going to apply for more. You might even apply here. They won't hire you. But the next job you apply for, they're going to look this up. They're going to put your name in Google, and then this video will come up of you screaming at this 17-year-old that you accidentally called dad. And that's a tough part about not snapping at the right time. If you had snapped 15 minutes ago at home, everybody would get it. Somebody might even hug you. But now you're at McDonald's and they're just calling the police. No, it's tough. It's tough. What I'm trying to say is people have snapped over Bad Bunny doing the Super Bowl halftime show, a no pickles in my hamburger at McDonald's amount. And it is stressful to watch. I understand why the NFL is doing it. The NFL is trying to expand its reach and everything. What better way than with Bad Bunny? But Bad Bunny is over here, like he's defiant in a way that I think is very special. Because Bad Bunny is doing this like record-breaking tour right now. And he's not doing it in the US, you know? And I think a lot of people can't handle that. A lot of people are like they're like, why won't he come? Why won't he do MSG? Why won't he? And it's like, and you know, he's been asked about it in interviews, and he said a couple things that also are gonna irk exactly who he's trying to irk. Because they asked him, like, why aren't you touring? We looked at the dates. Where's Chicago? Where's LA? Where's New York? You know? And why aren't you touring in the US? And then he said, because it's just not necessary. Not necessary to tour in the center of the universe, according to us. Not necessary. Ooh, that was a gut punch. Not necessary. Don't worry, I'll be making plenty of money around the world. You know, the rest of the world. Like literally. They had other people ask him, and he was like, "Hey, look, I don't do shows here right now because I don't need ICE hanging outside of my shows trying to do some sort of sting or something like that. I want my people to be safe and everything. In fact, if you want to see me bad enough, I'll be doing a bunch of shows in Puerto Rico. You can come to Puerto Rico." And plenty of people were like, Puerto Rico? Where's that? Because it's actually terrifying. It is like bone-chilling scary how many people who live in the U.S., like U.S. citizens, that don't know what land the U.S. has. It's like, I don't know what civics class or what, is it just geography? How are we failing the youth and the elderly? Like, it's like, because it's not like you can just blame it on the kids. Grown people also don't know. This is crazy. All right, look, just bring it up to speed, okay? Real quick. And I'm not judging anybody because I might even have the dates wrong, okay? But in 1898, at the end of the Spanish-American War, America got Puerto Rico. So already, territory, Puerto Rico, right? 1917, Puerto Ricans gained U.S. citizenship. 1952, Puerto Rico became like a sort of commonwealth, which I guess a lot of people miss because like we don't have a king or we didn't have a king or like whatever. But like, just like simple, that's the status. So if you are Puerto Rican, you are a U.S. citizen, okay? And that is also why when people were upset, they were like, why can't somebody from America do the halftime show? And look. Listen to me. The people screaming that are coming from a very specific place. They have watched the Super Bowl religiously, and the last few years have watched it get blacker. And I understand. After Kendrick, they were like, it's black now. Is it finally black enough? You blacked it. You did it. It's been blacked. All right? That's enough. It's been black, and I watched it. I didn't get it. But it was black, and you had it. Can we have one? Because I don't think you're going to get blacker. So it's got to be our turn again. And they thought, surely, that time was coming. You know? After Kendrick, next one got to be... You know what I mean? Yeah. Next one got to be the one that does that song with the twang to it that you really like. Gotta be. Come on, we even look. You did it. So I did all that rapping. I let rapping in my house just because it was a Super Bowl halftime show. That's as black as it's gonna get. I refuse to let it get any blacker, all right? These people were like, it can't possibly get blacker. And then they were like, all right, I'll raise you no English. Oh, you think you're mad now? Ooh, we gonna make you pray for Kendrick. We gonna make you... Ooh, Kendrick, please hit us with some symbolism. I don't even understand what's going on now. Oh, no, this is so funny. They're so mad. They're mad in a way that's like... I don't even know, like even if I wanted to help, I wouldn't even know where to start. Because what are you so mad about? It's like, because it's Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl. It's not Spanish Bowl. It's Super Bowl. What's next? I love what's next, by the way. People love to take a thing that's actually happening and then do a hypothetical that'll never happen off of what's next. You see Bad Bunny's doing a Super Bowl halftime. What's next? You gonna make Superman Mexican? That's what's next. That's definitely gonna happen. What's next? What's next? You know what I mean? What's that? Because it's scary. It's scary. You know, you watch the Super Bowl halftime show, these people might, by accident, learn some Spanish. Then what's next? If I learn the Spanish, what's next? If I learn the Spanish, what happens then? Because if I learn the Spanish, then when people are speaking Spanish, I'll know what they're saying, and there's no way they're saying anything nice about me. But no, people losing their minds. I can't believe it. Spanish? He's gonna speak Spanish? I'm gonna have to sit there and listen to somebody sing and rap in Spanish? I already had to listen to rap. You know what that was like for me? You know what that was like for me to hear rap in between the game I bet on? I'm gonna have to sit there and listen to somebody Spanish. I'm gonna have to sit there listening, watching the Super Bowl halftime show to Spanish. I'm gonna have to sit there with my guacamole and my chips in my lap, listening to Spanish. I am gonna have to sit there while I eat the tacos that I Uber Eats to my place, listening to Spanish. The idea that I could have a deluxe crunch wrap and have to listen to Spanish is crazy. Not in my America. Spanish? Are you serious? I can't believe I'm gonna have to listen. I want all the Spanish in my mouth. I don't want it in my ears. Which has like pretty much been the approach of a large portion of the U.S. for a long time. So much of the culture, so much of what people like about a culture that they're willing to take in, they try to do as best as possible to the exclusion of the people that the culture is actually from, right? So you'll see how people of Latin descent have been treated in this country the entire time, while we fall in love with more and more and more and more of their stuff. You know what I mean? And it's something that obviously happens to black people. It's something that's happened to Asian Americans and everything, but it's something that doesn't always get addressed, is that if you loved what we make, then just love us. We made it. You know what I mean? Like, it's a crazy thing. It's a crazy thing to love almost every aspect of a culture and then meet the person who created that culture and be like, I don't know if I trust you, though. I just kind of want all your stuff at my house. It's like, oh, I love that thing that you do. I'd probably just take it. What if I took it and then pretend it was mine? Wouldn't that be dope? What if I take it so hard that one day I tell you about it? No, I tell you about it and then I tell you you're doing it wrong because it's actually... No, what if you have your entire culture with a different understanding of everything, a different understanding of the world because it's from a different lens and it's also from perspective of a people who have built a very rich heritage and everything. And what if one day I stop by and I'm like, oh, that looks cool, I'll take some of that. And then when I say it back to you and you're like, that's actually not how you say it, I'm like, I think I know how to say it. All right, I'm very familiar with the Latin X culture, all right? Huh. Please, that's sweet of you to try to help me, but I'm well versed. Oh. That's wild, because that was the laugh. All right. No, because you see, Bad Bunny moves in a way that's very intentional. And he has the loyalty of his fans and his people because of how he moves. Because there are plenty of people that truly, and I'm not saying this from a place of judgment, I'm saying it just from noticing. There are people who truly forget where they come from as soon as they get success. It is a very, sadly, once again, it's a very American mindset to have that as long as you get taken care of, as long as you're okay, you can leave whatever behind, and you're out now. And you're out, you made it out. And then you start to rationalize in your head, well, if I made it out, then people just have to do what I did to make it out. I'm not special. And they'll be able to take care of themselves. And then all of a sudden you're gone. And there's not a real building of community. There's no upward mobility for the people around you. You just up and went, right? And look, it's also a very hard thing to do to try to bring everybody with you. Plenty of people have gone bankrupt trying to do so. You see us like, and I've done it from time to time. I'm not innocent of this thing. So once again, I'm not judging. But you see us with entertainers and athletes, we'll judge them for like going broke quickly. And we always make the assumption it was because they made stupid decisions. Maybe they bought one chain and then we're like, well, they were out here buying chains. And so now they're broke. And so, but more often than not, what happens and what a lot of people don't talk about, what a lot of people don't give them credit for is one of the reasons that they went broke is that this new money, it's a lot of money, but this new money tried to bring everyone with them at the same time. We're not able to set up systems for everybody to succeed. And so then everybody was broke in like 5 years' time. It's because of their heart that they were broke. It's because of their intention to try to bring everybody with them that they aren't in some mansion somewhere, Essentially, you had something like that happened to MC Hammer. There were a lot of people that hear how much money MC Hammer made and then how much he lost, and they thought to themselves, oh, he must have been balling out or something. He probably deserved to lose all that money. Then you hear interviews with MC Hammer. He talks about his business and everything. He talks about the people that he hired. This man hired family. He hired friends from the hood. Just try to give them jobs, either to keep them out of trouble or just get them some money because he knew that they would do the right things with their money. But he's one man. He's one man, and eventually you can't have all these people on the payroll. You can't have all this money going out when not enough is coming in, when not enough is coming back, and so eventually you do lose everything. So it's an admirable thing, and it's a smart thing to say, hey, if you want to see me, come spend your money here. Come to Puerto Rico You can come do the shows. Anybody can come. We'll have a good time here. You know? You see, you see Bad Bunny thinking ahead. I'm not going to do shows in a place that has these like ice raids and everything. Because also in Chicago, there was an ice raid of this apartment complex. And in the apartment complex, they grabbed everybody. They grabbed everybody in the worst way. They zip-tied kids. They zip-tied kids. Some kids, you know, scared, crying, terrified. Nobody knew what was happening. They entered the building with flashbangs and everything, all because they said that they were there for, I think, like 6 members of some gang. Trend Day Aragua. I'm trying to pronounce it the way the president pronounces it. Trend Day Aragua. They were there for them. And look, I don't even know if that's true, because apparently they didn't show anybody any warrants, you know? So maybe that's just something they said for later, after they went ahead and did the raid. But they zip-tied, they held black and brown people alike, you know? And that's the other thing. It's like pretending that somebody's fight is not your fight is only going to work for so long. Like, pretending something is not your problem will make it your problem very soon. Because already Supreme Court has pretty much ruled that ICE can profile so they can grab who they need to grab, right? And it's like, okay, well, what does an American look like to the people who are grabbing people? You know what I mean? Because, I don't know, I feel like I have some pretty good diction. But I could probably still get zip ties. You know, if we're going off of looks, it won't really matter that I'm like, sir, please, I'm an American citizen. Because you see what's happening. You see what's happening now with ICE in Chicago. You see what's happening even with the announcement that Bad Bunny is going to be doing the Super Bowl. You have, what is it, Corey Lewandowski saying that ICE is going to be at the Super Bowl as well. And it's like, all right, but what's the point of that? What's the point? Because you know all of the criminal illegal aliens, because that's what they're supposed to be about, right? You know all the criminal illegal aliens every year that score tickets to the Super Bowl. You know. You can't swing a stick without running into a criminal illegal alien with Super Bowl tickets. You know criminal illegal aliens love the Super Bowl. They love rolling up to the Super Bowl. Got my tickets right here. And no other form of identification. You know criminal illegal aliens. They can't stop going to the Super Bowl. In fact, every year I'm like, when are they going to do something about these criminal illegal aliens enjoying the game while I'm sitting at home because the tickets are like $10,000 just to see? Can't stand criminal illegal aliens having all the money and using it on the Super Bowl. That's an irresponsible purchase. You're not even supposed to be here, Mr. Criminal Illegal Alien, and you going to the Super Bowl instead of hard-working Americans that can't afford to go to the Super Bowl. And we should know that, like, no one is coming to save us in that way. This is everybody's problem, and there's not enough of a travesty. There won't be enough rights that are violated. There won't be enough unconstitutional things happening that's just gonna make the people doing it go, whoops. That's not gonna happen. They're not just gonna stop. You know, they zip-tied kids. Kids who were born here. Because this was never about what they said it was about. You know? I look at ICE the way I look at, like, season 6 of Ghost Hunters. You're looking, but you're not going to find what you're looking for because you made it up, you know? It's a very scary thing. Because don't get me wrong, look, plenty of ICE agents are over here masked up, top to bottom, can't identify who they are. It's not like they're wearing a badge. It's not like they have their name, you know, all over them or just on the front or anything like that. And some of them clearly built like stormtroopers. And then some are built like mall cops. Like there's a couple. I don't know if you saw that video of that young man that was running from ICE and hopped on his bike and rode away, but at a certain amount of running, you have to accept that you didn't catch the person. And as someone who had friends that got into trouble, I've watched my fair share of mall cop chases. And these mall cop chases, you know, I don't have them on my phone. They're from memory. They're up here. But they usually start a similar way. They usually start with, what's that? What'd you say to me? And then, just far enough away, they say it again. And so then, mall cop leans forward, and then whether you're on your skateboard or you're on foot, you start making some moves. And as you run, they run. And when they run, they realize they shouldn't run. It's a battle. It's a battle for them to run. And you can tell because the kick, okay, I'm not a runner. I'm not an athlete in that way, but I'll tell you right now that like, okay. When you watch runners, when you watch like, you know, like a Usain Bolt, like an Olympic runner, and they start off and they have, you know, a foot up and everything, got the foot up, the hands down, looking up, and then I don't know why they put the butt up. You see where they put the butt up, and they're like, they're down, but then they're like, ugh. I know this isn't true. I knew this isn't true, but when I was little, a friend told me that they do that so that they can fart before they run. It's clearly not real. But he's like, no, you don't want that air getting out and it knocking you off course. It didn't sound true when I was 7, but I did believe it for like 2 years. Because I was like, they do it every time. I don't know. They, you know, get down, they get up, they do that thing. I'm not doing it right. They do that thing. And then they fire off the gun, and then they're like sliding at first, and then they just shoot off. They're running so fast, right? And when a mall cop starts to run, it's similar but different. Because he will do this, but that's because he almost fell. He got knocked off balance reaching for you. All right? So now he, and then he does like kick up a little bit. That is a fart. And then he starts to take off and chase you. The problem is, I don't know what happens. I don't know what happens when you take up the badge of mall enforcer. I don't know what happens to your right foot. I don't know what happens to your left foot. But they stop speaking to one another. And in these mall cop chases, I've seen plenty of them kick off, up, into a food court table. And that's what it looked like, because my man kicked off on the bike and started, he wasn't even pedaling fast at first. Still seemed like he was talking. Do you know how embarrassing that is to run after somebody who isn't even breaking enough of a sweat to stop talking to you? And then they also ran after this man for too long. At a certain amount of somebody getting away, you gotta just let them get away. The clip became more embarrassing because they kept running. I'm like, now he on the bike, now he pedaling. You didn't catch him when he was pushing a bike. You're not gonna catch him when he's on a bike. There's a huge difference between those two things. Pushing a bike, he all encumbered. He gotta figure out when to like throw the leg over and everything. Now he's on the bike, he's gone. He's gone. The only thing that could make that video more perfect is that dude, And he pedaled all the way to the Super Bowl halftime show. Anaheim, y'all been phenomenal. Thank you so much.